Kempire is brought to you by
The Kempire After Dark live experience returns to New York City this Friday, February 21st for Black History Month. We're going to be talking about everything in Housewives, Hot Topics, Diddy, Jay-Z, Wendy Williams, and so much more. And don't feel like you're left out because for the very first time in a while, we will also be making this available via live stream. Get your tickets today. All ticket information will be available in the episode notes. I will see you soon, New York City.
You're listening to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Kempire channel, guys. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Happy Valentine's Day. Let me see if I can see everyone in the live chat. What is going on, guys? Happy Friday. Happy Valentine's Day. If you missed it, we were live earlier today talking a little Married to Medicine. So if you missed that, be sure to check that out. And if you missed it yesterday, we had a special guest here, Taria Faison from the What Else Is Going On podcast, where we were talking about some of the accusations from some former reality TV stars that have worked with Carlos King. So be sure to check that out. A lot of people have been giving us a lot of great feedback on our coverage yesterday. Shout out to our King's Guard, shout out to our channel members, and of course, shout out to our subscribers. We appreciate you guys. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Valentine's Day. I was just in the streets earlier, and it's been a while since I've been in the streets during Valentine's Day, just seeing everybody with their Valentines and boyfriend. If anything, they stand out more than ever. Do you guys get in your feelings by, for those of you that might be single, newly single, just broke up, maybe in a divorce, or maybe your partner's not around right now, maybe they're away, maybe they have a job away, maybe they are in the military or something like that, or maybe they are away. No judgments. We're not judging anyone here. Okay. Just want to point that out. We're not judging anyone. The comments I'm seeing in the live chat. Anyways, tonight is a special Valentine's Day live show that we're doing. As you know, the last few weeks, we've been doing dating lives where we would be talking to you. You're sharing your personal experiences, marriages, relationship, questions. Last week, we had life coach Keisha here answering your question. I felt like it was just yesterday when we did that live. It doesn't feel like it was a long time ago. But that was a week ago that life coach Keisha was here and giving you guys some advice. Some of you have already said that you wanted to reach out and you're reaching out. So I love to hear that. So good luck to all of you that are working with life coaching or will be reaching out. More information, mods, if we can post Keisha's information, or matter of fact, post the live that we did last week so people can find all that information there. All right, let me turn off my notifications. If you are a Royal Court member or senior royal, I've already dropped a call-in link on the community post area so that you guys have first access. So tonight, it's all about you guys. I'm not going to sit here and jabber on about anything, okay? This is more about you guys than it is about me. If you want to ask questions for me, I'm willing to answer. But today's live is brought to you by our friends over at Factor Meals. On a busy day like today, I had Pilates, I had our live, I had an appointment, then I had to run some errands, then I came back. Who wants to cook? No one. So Factor Meals makes it so simple and easy for you. Get a dietitian-approved meal in 2 minutes. So our friends over at Factor remind us this. They said, ready to optimize your nutrition this year? Factor has chef-made gourmet meals that make eating well easy. They're dietitian approved and ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes. So you can feel right and feel great no matter what life throws at you. Factor arrives fresh and fully prepared, perfect for any active or busy lifestyle. You can also lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks with the Factor Keto meals based on a randomized controlled clinical trial with Factor Keto. Results will vary depending on diet and exercise. So eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/factorpodcast and use code factorpodcast to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code factorpodcast at factormeals.com/factorpodcast to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. More information on Factor will be available in the description. Thank you to Factor for sponsoring tonight's special Valentine's Day live. All right. Who's ready to share their Valentines? I know some of you might be already out, busy doing things and hanging out and out on a date. Maybe it's a new person that you've been talking to that you went. First of all, what are the rules? What are the rules for if you just started talking to someone? Do you celebrate Valentine's Day with them? Like if you just started, meaning like it's been maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a month. Do you? And do you officially ask? Look, I have a lot of questions. Do you officially ask someone to be your Valentine, especially if they're not your boyfriend or girlfriend? Like if you're casually dating them, do you formally ask them? Or are you scared to ask them formally because does that indicate now we're going together and that you're my boyfriend or girlfriend? I have questions. Okay. Tarsha says, we just went live or did I miss a lot? No, we just went live. I only been live for like 5 minutes. Okay. I was late. Sorry. Oh, look, see, questions. And guys, if you have questions in the live chat, just start them with a Q. That way I'm able to find them and know that it's a question. Start it with a Q and colon, and then I will try and save your questions to answer whenever we start answering questions. Okay. C Vet Young says, that's my situation. We did not. It's too new. Okay. Let me see. One no, one regrets. Says you have to ask formally no matter what. Even if you're married? I could understand maybe if you're boyfriend and girlfriend or girlfriend and girlfriend or boyfriend and boyfriend. I could understand that. But I'm thinking to myself, if you're married, you don't need to ask, like, you're my forever Valentine, right? Look, I'm learning from you guys because I'm not married and I've never been married. So that will be interesting to know. Look, they said, even if you're married. Really? Come on, that can't be true. Or is it? Okay. So my first question in regards to Valentine's Day is, what is too new? Is too new, you've been dating. I can understand maybe a week, 2 weeks, maybe even a month if you've been talking to someone. I definitely think if you've just started talking to someone and you want them to be your Valentine, you should ask formally, will you be my Valentine? But I think some people might be fearful. If I ask them to be my Valentine, they're probably thinking that I want them to be my partner or my boyfriend or my girlfriend. Lexi says, I never asked. Me either. Maybe that's why I'm confused. I've never asked. I do remember breaking up with my then boyfriend like right before Valentine's Day. He broke up with me. Please understand, I am not heartbroken over it. I'm very grateful and thankful. But I do remember that was like a bad year for me. That was 2003. That was 20 years ago, 22 years ago. But I remember that because it was sort of like a chain of events that happened that year. That 2003 was like my worst year in life. I lost my best friend, my sister died. A lot of things happened. My boyfriend broke up with me. Oh, y'all bringing me back. This is not about me. This is not about me. Oh, wait, let me drop the call-in link for our Team Kempire members as well. We already dropped the call-in link. I was giving the Royal Court members and the senior royals a heads up before we went into everyone else. Live chat, I will be dropping the call-in link. Don't forget to like the video. It's easy and it's free. And I'm not spending 5 hours here. And I say that now, and then all of a sudden, here I am. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me drop the call-in link for our Team Kempire members as well. Hold on, y'all. I have so many windows open. Someone says, we want to hear Kempire. No, mind your business. Look, mind your business. Hold on. Let me just do this. Call in link. Okay. So if you are a member of the channel, I'm going to drop the call link for every member. Now, live chat, I will drop the call link for you guys in just a second. Okay. Shout out to our members. Become a member today. TheKempire.com/join. Today's live show is brought to you by our friends over at Factor Meals. Okay. All right. So I dropped the call-in link there. Perfect. All right. Thank you so much, Nia, for the super chat. We appreciate your support. Nia says, answer, depends on how serious you guys are. If they make the initiative to do something for you, that shows how they feel about you. That's true. But here's my question. What if the person likes you, they want to be your Valentine because they like you and you're the person in their life, but they're not ready. They're not ready to take the next step to be like, yes, let's be serious. Or is that an indication that you do want to be serious? I don't know. Like, this is a genuine, honest question. So Nia says, depends on how serious you guys are. If they make the initiative to do something for you, that shows how they feel about you. This is actually replay crew. Feel free in the comment section to weigh in regards to your thoughts. Because when I start dating and I do meet someone, thankfully I didn't meet someone right. But can you imagine? Well, no, if you met someone, see, that's the thing too about the holidays. If you meet someone around the holidays, if I met someone around the holidays, let's say, November, December, I mean, if things were still going well, but maybe I don't want to jump into a relationship, then maybe, like, I sound real confused. I don't know. It's a genuine question. Because I do think if you ask someone to be your Valentine, in their minds, especially if they have a lot of feelings for you and they are ready to make that next step, but maybe you're not ready to make the next step in regards to a committed relationship, but they want someone to spend time with on Valentine's Day so they can tell all their friends that they have Valentine. Don't sit here and act as if there aren't people very much like that. There are people that just because today's Valentine's Day and they don't want to feel like some lonely, person, and they want to be one of the couples out and about with, someone on their arm, and they're only doing that in order to be that person, as opposed to like, oh no, I take you serious. I want to be in a relationship. I'm asking. Okay. Asking. Now I have an annoying nail right now. All right. Let me see what you guys are saying. And I see we have some people backstage that want to share their thoughts. I have dropped the call link for members only so far. Mods, can you let me know how many likes we have so far? Okay. And that will be my determination. We need to have at least 100 likes. If we don't have 100 likes, I'm not dropping a call link for you guys. Or no, and not everyone in here doesn't have to be single in order to be here and a part, because we have plenty of people that are married in relationships that have called in and share their thoughts and questions and comments. Okay. Orange Sorbet says, wait, are we all single because we here live with Kemp? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Well, maybe. Well, no, because if you are a particular age, you're not out and about well, not even a particular age, of a particular personality, right, Virgos? Come on, that's what I like about my Virgos. They're like me in that regard. I don't want to be out with all these people in their relationships. That's probably why my pizza came late, because everybody was ordering food or at the restaurant. Can I get my food? Single man at home that's hungry. Y'all are going out to eat. Let the single folk be able to order. Okay. Exactly. Kay says, no, Orange, no. I just love our love time with Kempire and y'all. See? Why am I a little phlegmy now, y'all? Sorry. Sorry. I make sure I got my water in. Now I'm drinking the water, then you know what's going to happen mid live. I'm going to have to go use the restroom, but you will be strong. All right. I have a lot of questions, guys. Feel free, even if you're not calling in to share your story and you just want to answer my questions, feel free to do that. Okay, hold on. Someone says my dude is working. Lexi says my dude is working. Lexi, calm down over there with my dude, okay?
I am the fifth member. How about that?
Calm down over there about my dude is working. Her pretend dude. I'm playing Lexi. I'm playing Lexi. I'm playing with you. Kidding. Right? Come on. Autumn says, fellow Taurus, single foodie here. What'd you eat for dinner? Okay. Oh, Farrah says dating gives me anxiety. I understand that. That makes a lot of sense to me. Because I have to say, I do remember a time when I was dating. I'm still dating, but not dating actively right now, but like I'm still single. But I remember a time of dating because I'm a catch.
Fuck your flowers.
Oh, because I'm a catch, some people want to, lock me down as soon as they meet me. I hope y'all know I'm joking. Am I? Part of me so like, no, because I'm a Taurus, I like to take my time. I don't like to rush into things, anything. So I weigh all the pros, the cons. So when I'm dating someone, I don't need to rush into it, but I'm still a faithful person. I'm not out gallivanting and having all the dates. I can't do that. I want to be that person where I can date multiple people at the same time. I can't. I will start mixing up, especially now I'm a man of a particular age. I'm going to start mixing up what you told me, what this one told me, what another person told me, what y'all told me on here. I was like, I thought your mother had autism. What? Oh, that wasn't you? Oh, I'm just saying people like to open up to me. I'm sorry. That's never happened to you? Okay, fine. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Shout out to everyone that's already behind the scenes. We appreciate you guys. If you're a member, I've posted the link for the members first. It's not part of the membership, but y'all love it being a part of the membership, okay? Live chat mods, I completely missed where you guys have said how many likes we have. Okay. See, because you're a Virgo. Miss Esquire says, my nerves get bad when there's a roster. Once upon a time, I could manage a team. Like, you trying to kill me, Miss Esquire? You could, because you're a Virgo. You could manage a roster. I can't. But I still want to be able to date because that's the whole part of dating. And when Tana comes on later, not today, but at another time, Tana's going to be on here, the matchmaker. We'll have to ask her questions about dating multiple people at the same time. Thank you, Mama Allie. Shout out to our mods, Mama Allie and Foxy. Danielle's in the building. Danielle, are you going to call in? Danielle's been trying to call in the last few weeks. Danielle is very transparent, and we appreciate all of y'all and your transparency. And I see a few transparent people behind the scenes here. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. Not Kempire choke. Miss Esquire did that. Just saying. Let me say thank you because we have shout out to y'all with the super chats. I appreciate the super chat. Not me making a coin on Valentine's Day. Okay, Mama Allie's been a member for 36 months. Thank you. So Kempire, I got a diamond. How do you pronounce this? Clada, a ring, chocolates, a card, and dinner. The ring is beautiful. You're going to have to send me the picture. I want to see this because you said he didn't get you rose forever. Really? Okay, he could have got you roses and a diamond, but I get it. He spent a pretty coin. Okay, Mama Allie, not us Tauruses winning this holiday season. What is on my nose? Oh, literally. For those that want to start rumors that that was a lint. Look, lint. Oh. Anyways, okay, Mama Allie, good for you. Bella, thank you for becoming a member. We appreciate your support. Miss Esquire, thank you for the super. Miss Esquire. Miss Esquire says, remember, just because something isn't everything doesn't mean it has to be nothing. Oh, okay, deep. Dating is playing the gray. Okay, that's deep. All right, look, all right. Jocelyn, my birthday's in 10 days. Yes, count. Pisces, right? You're a Pisces. Happy birthday, or happy early birthday, but I'm sure we'll talk to you before that. But happy early birthday. Thank you for the super chat, Jocelyn. We loved your story a couple of weeks ago. I had listened back to that story. I was like, ooh. Please give us an update when you get a chance. Okay. Paris, thank you so much for the super chat. Paris is asking a question. Any advice on dating in your 20s? Do it all. Date everyone. Don't settle down if that's not what you want. And I know it sounds conflicting to what I just said, but no, it's not. You're in your 20s, especially in 2025. A young woman, unless it's your goal to get married and be in a relationship in your 20s, there's nothing wrong with that. But if it's not necessarily your goal, don't do that. Do everything. Travel. Date every person that you can date, man or woman.
How you doing?
Why not? Experiment. I want you to be able to say, Kempire, mother has lived. Yes, come on. Date them all. I know Paris is like, date women. I never was considering that. Why not? Come on. But it is your 20s. Have fun. But you can still have fun and be in a relationship too. Travel together, but go see the world. This is the best time ever to go travel and see the world. Because when I was in your 20s, social media wasn't even a thing? No. So now you have so many tips and tricks at your fingertips. So go travel. I will always tell people to go travel, especially people of color. Go travel, date. Look, when you travel, why not have a fling? And having a fling doesn't mean you sleep with anyone. Okay, hey, if you want to, go ahead. But go have fun. Kiss as many boys or girls as you like. Poor Paris. Paris is like, Kemp, I am not gay. It's okay. It's all right. A little smooch never hurt anyone. Now all the girls are going to try and smooch with me. No, I'm not in my 20s anymore. Sorry.
How you doing?
Just saying. All right. Paris, thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, so advice. I think I gave you a lot. If you want more, let me know. You don't have to send a super chat. But book that trip. If you've been thinking about going somewhere, book that trip. I started traveling in my late 20s, early 30s. But I wish when I was in my a lot more then. But either way, no regrets. I've been traveling for years at this particular point. But travel, kiss, 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 kiss. And no judgments if you do more than that. Kirby, thank you so much for the super chat. Kirby says, when asked what I was doing for Valentine's Day, wait. When asked what I was doing for Valentine's Day, I said meeting up with a friend who's throwing a get-together. It's Kemp in the chat. Come on. It is. It is. Kirby, do you have a glass of wine or something? I don't drink, but do you have like a nice drink, a nice snack? I should have brought a snack, but I don't like to eat on here. I ate right before here though, so I'm good. I'm not even hungry. Kirby, thank you so much for the super chat. Saniva, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, I apologize. Let me shimmy for the dollars. Sorry. Ooh. Sanivia says, I spent so much money on therapy and time to heal from childhood trauma and past relationships that I am loving my peace and own company, and I'm not willing to sacrifice it for anything or anyone. I hear that, Sanivia. Does that mean you're just taking a break from dating and relationships? I hope so. And this is not you completely giving up on. First of all, gorgeous photo. I'm like, okay, stunner. I hope this doesn't mean that you're giving up on love, but I understand taking time. I completely understand. Don't take too much time, though. Look, we only have one life to live. House in order. Thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member. Again, members, I posted the call link for those that want to call in. We already have quite a few members backstage. I'm going to drop the call in link for our live chat as well. Thank you guys again so much for the super chats and for liking the video. Liking the video is easy. It's free, but it also opens up to you, other content creators that talk about similar things. As you know, dating and love is something that we talk about when we recap some of our favorite shows. However, we've made this an exclusive live thing that we've been doing the last few weeks, hopefully to do other things in the real world. So stay tuned for that. Yay, I got your name right. Sanivia says, you got my name right. Thank you for the compliment. I'm not closed off to the possibility, just being more intentional with it. Well, that's fantastic. That is fantastic. Feel free to call in. Reminder, this is a safe space for everyone. Okay. Happy Black History Month. We listen and we don't judge. And I mean that. I know sometimes my facial expressions seem like I'm judging. I'm really not. I just can't help my facial expression. Okay. Foxy says, I am not shaving my legs for just anybody these days. Come on. But I get it. It's a process. Look, but I think here's the thing. And I know Foxy is being not facetious, maybe somewhat facetious. Some of the things that we do, like self-care, should be for ourselves regardless. Like when I go for my facial or when I go for whatever prepping and like a manicure or pedicure, I'm doing that for me. I'm doing like the things that I do for my personal self-care has nothing to do with anyone else or looking good for anyone else. Working out, doing my Pilates, trying to lose weight, this is for my health. I also want to be healthy for whoever I end up with so that we can go travel together. And I'm not like, I can't do it. I'm not well. No, I need to be fit, ready to go. Just saying. Okay. Okay. Yamira, thank you so much for the super sticker. Oh, Yamira, thank you for the super sticker. Let me shimmy in on this Valentine's Day. I'm going to find me a boo. Yamira, thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate your support. Amy J, thank you so much for the super chat. Amy J called in earlier today as well for the Married to Medicine Live that we did. She says, I think I'm celebrating official side piece day because I ain't heard from him. Wait, Amy, you can't just send a super chat like that. Please call in and share if you're willing to share. And I think you are, because I'm trying to understand. Wait, what? What? Oh, Paris, thank you so much for the super chat. Paris says, Kemp, I'm by.
How you doing?
Did I just figure that out? Girl, go to Paris, and have a good old time. Thank you for the advice. I love it. I didn't even know. Okay, Jazz the Guru, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate your support. Let me shimmy for the dollars. Look, I'm motorboating you. Sorry. Oh my God.
What is this, honey?
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me calm down. Okay, because there are still people waiting behind the scenes. Jazz the Guru says, I assume most of us are just like Chili from TLC, and we want Jesus 6'3" with a deep Barry White voice and a fat bank account. You remember Chili, and a lot of people said this is why she's single. She's not single anymore. She's got one of the Lawrence brothers. I forget which one, not Joey, the other one. But they seem to be really happy together. I'm happy for her. Anyone else? I'm really, really happy for Chili. They seem to be really happy. And she looks fantastic. I love how she talks about how we, especially as Black people, need to do better with our health and eating better. For everyone to ask why she looks as good as she does, I'm sure it's somewhat genetics, but it's also the healthy lifestyle that she lives. And she seems to have a really beautiful spirit as well. But yeah, I remember that Jazz the Guru. Thank you for the super chat. Orange Sorbet, thank you so much for the super chat. Orange Sorbet. Now you got me thinking about some sorbet. Such a tourist. Thank you for the super chat. Orange Sorbet says, Kemp, can you do a gay dating event as well? Pop the balloon vibes. And how long should I date their ex? Wait, how long should one date their ex? Asking for, wait. First of all, I would love to do a gating event. Oh, that's what we should call it. A gating event. Yes. I would love to do one. I have to look at the analytics in regards to, because we do have a gay male fan base, but maybe we could do, that'd be hard to do like for men and women that are gay. I mean, I would love to do it. Let's table that and let's get to your question though. I need you to clarify what the hell this means. Asawi, I love you. And how long should one date their ex. What do you mean? Why are you dating your ex? And what do you mean, how long? I need more clarification. I'm not understanding. And how long should one date their ex? Asking for a friend. Well, can you have the friend call in? Because I'm trying to understand. Why would they be dating their ex if it's their ex? Don't confuse me on a Friday night. Okay. Hey, Theo. Theo says, how long should one date someone before breaking up with them? I think that's what they mean. Is that what you mean? But that's a good question, Theo. How long should one date someone before breaking up with them? I think that's what they mean. I mean, if you don't see it going anywhere, I think, especially for me, I don't break up with someone easily just because I know my personality. I need time to get to know someone. And not everyone's like that. Some people know off the bat. But for me, I need a little time to kind of be like, okay, let me see if I like this person. And we have to also keep in mind that no one's perfect. So if you're looking for perfection, that's not going to happen either. You know? So I personally think you shouldn't waste too much time. I think after maybe 2 months, I mean, if you are a person that knows for sure earlier on, then do it. But I think you need to give yourself time before, breaking up with someone. If you're like me, you need some time. Box says, why date your ex, though? I'm trying to understand. I need Orange Sorbet to explain what that means. All right. Okay, so thank you so much for the super chat, but I need clarification. Julie, thank you so much for the super chat. Julie says, Kemp, if you found the one, everything is great. Everything is great, talking marriage, and then he wants a baby. Is that a deal breaker for you, or do you want children? Are you talking about me personally? If you found the one, everything is great, talking marriage, and then he wants a baby, is that a deal breaker? No, it's not a deal breaker for me. I don't necessarily want children, but it's not a deal breaker for me if someone wants children or has children. I mean, if you got a bunch of kids and they baby's kids.
What is this, honey?
I don't know about that. I did date someone a long time ago that had a kid. It's fine. Look, but I want to look. Carla says, do you want to be a father, Count? It's not necessary for me. Like if I was to die tomorrow, I would not regret not having a kid. A lot of people tell me, though, that I would be a great father, and I know I would. I am so conceited. It's my Leo moon. Blame my Leo moon, y'all. Okay? Blame my Leo moon. That's a great question. And thank you, Julie, for putting it in the super chat. I appreciate it. You don't have to, but I appreciate it. And I hope you and your husband are having a fantastic Valentine's Day. Is he doing a lot better? Please give us an update. Just let us know in the chat. Jocelyn had a question. Jocelyn says, any advice on dating if you're shy? I think a lot of people are shy. Okay. I'm going to leave this open to everyone to answer. I'm going to give my answer, but I want everyone else to answer. I think it's okay to be shy, but on some level, you have to kind of step out of that. So if you're going out, you're a woman. So it's a little bit easier for women. Not really. But you get what I'm saying? It's easier in regards to men coming up to you. It's almost expected that a man will come up to you. For gay men, it's a little different because it's two men, okay? Lesbians, how does that work for y'all? You wait for the butch one? Just asking. But I think in regards to advice for anyone that's shy, it's okay to be shy. I do think that you will have to push yourself because where are you going to date? Are you going to restaurants or clubs or lounges or out? Or because the great thing about today is that there are apps. So you can be shy, but you better not be shy on an app. Just saying. But again, I leave this open to everyone else in the chat that has tips for Jocelyn in regards to being shy. Thank you, Winter. Winter says that on Kempire, you'd be such a good, cute dad. Play dates? You already got a kid. By the time I have a kid, your kid gonna be in high school. Maybe. Okay. Let me see. Did we get any more clarification on the orange sorbet situation? Just saying. All right. Gigi says, I'm really not shy, just old, crotchety, and don't take drama like the Todd father. I think you might find people that are your people, especially when you're of a particular age. Okay. All right. Let me get to, Mama Allie has some advice. She says, dating shy, you have to be willing to open up. So you have to push yourself. I was super shy with my current husband, and we met in a bar. He hit on me and I was like, fine. And look at us now. And that's also a Taurus thing too. You have to be very obvious with a Taurus. So if you like me, you have to be obvious to me. Honestly, I felt like somebody was flirting with me a few weeks ago. Because they randomly brought up, I guess they were trying to see if I was gay. Because they randomly brought up that they went to a club and da-da-da-da. And I was like, I thought it was weird because it just came out of nowhere. And it wasn't a friend hanging out with a friend. It wasn't that kind of situation. And I just get a vibe. But then, especially it's a little different for the gay guys that are dating versus some of y'all. Because we also have to play with the idea, are you gay? Are you straight? Are you single? There's a lot of elements. The other element I have to figure out for myself, because I don't look my age. I get hit on by a lot of really young people, and I'm like, how old are you? Just saying. All right. I've talked a lot. I'm done talking for now, but I'm gonna get to the callers. All right. I forgot to pin the call-in link. Let me drop the call-in link again, and I want to pin it. But if you're a member of the channel, I have already posted the call-in link on the community post tab. And I think tonight, y'all, we're going to give away some Rose Forever. Our friends from Rose Forever have been sponsoring a lot of our different live shows here on YouTube. And they've given you an incredible discount, Kempire 20 for $20 off, free shipping. Also, there are all kinds of assortments. Look at my beautiful roses. I know they're a little blurry in the background, but I'm going to bring them to the front. Ooh. Look at this. Look how gorgeous. And they smell delicious. Roses that will last you at least a year. I have some roses by my front entrance. A gorgeous when I walk into. I feel good when I walk. And no one bought that for me. It's for myself. Okay, here come Messy Joe. Joe says, if you must date a content creator, who would it be? That's a really great question. You know what? Because there's so many celebrities that are content creators right now. Gotcha, Joe. Ain't no content creators that I would date. But no, it's one of the celebrities I probably would date, because they're all content creators too. They're all dabbling in the acting and the music, and then they do all these promo things. Yeah, come on now. Yeah, so I think we will give away some Rose Forever. Just not yet. Calm down in the live chat. Okay. All right. Let me get to the callers because they've been waiting so patiently behind the scenes. I am going to put up a timer. Oh, no. Well, I will. I will let you speak, but then I'm going to put the timer on. Okay. I don't have my other timer. I meant to set that up. See all the things I got to do? Exactly. Carla says, who would be good enough for our Kemp? Tell him, Carla. All right. Let me get to our callers. Wendy's been waiting so patiently behind the scenes. So I'm going to bring Wendy up first. Wendy, what's going on? Gorgeous photo, Wendy.
Hi, Kempire.
How are you?
I am doing better. I was sick with the flu.
Yes.
But I had to get back to work today. So I was kind of down. But I went and I got my mom some box of chocolates because that's what she liked and everything. My son, I said, Lord, help him. He has the flu. And his
he got it from you?
Yeah, he got it from me. But his girlfriend came. He tried to stop her from coming. And she's like, no, you're not going to mess my day up.
Because she's like, this is my Valentine's Day.
But I didn't get nothing from my son. But his girlfriend gave me a bouquet of roses.
That was really sweet.
And I said, "Oh my gosh, I love her now."
She knows what she was doing. She got you good. Look at that. How long have they been dating?
For over a year.
Okay.
So
And your son's young. How old is your son?
he's 19. He's in love. He loves her.
Oh,
That's his boo thing. I'm like, I gotta let my baby go.
but she's sweet. She she didn't have to do that. She
She
thought
did not. She did not. And she's so sweet. I like her though. I really do like her. Yeah. Yeah. So, happy Valentine's Day to all the lovers out there. I'm just spreading good vibes. At first I was sad because, I don't have a boo yet. I'm like, okay, Lord, I'm waiting for my boo. Come on, Father God.
When was your last relationship?
You remember when I called in about a couple of weeks ago and told you about the stuff that was going on with the situation and all that kind of stuff. So I would say about 2 years ago.
Okay. So not bad.
Not bad.
What are you doing now in efforts to change that, if that's what you want?
I don't know yet because I'm still in the house. I'm an introvert.
What's your sign again, Wendy?
I'm an introvert.
I know, but what's your sign?
My sign is a Capricorn.
Capricorn.
So I'm all about making my coins right now.
Yep.
Handling business. Okay. And then my mouth gets me in trouble so much because I have to be quiet, because if I don't be quiet and I speak my truth, I might hurt your feelings. So, yeah.
Capricorn. Okay, but wait. I'm not letting you go. I want to challenge you to at least try a little something. It doesn't have to be serious, but try a little something. Maybe go out with some girlfriends with the intention of like, maybe we'll meet someone or maybe we'll just have a good time.
Kempire, all my girlfriends are married.
Oh, well, drop them. No, I'm sorry. I love you.
Sorry. I know I need some more girlfriends that are single, because all of my girlfriends are married. And I'm like, okay.
Are you open to going out by yourself?
I have done that, and I'm tired of it.
Okay.
I have done that. I'm tired.
Why are you tired of it?
I mean, it's okay every now and then, but not all the time. It's okay if I go to a movie, or it's okay if I go somewhere and get me something to eat, but I want to do something fun. One of my friends says, if a guy if you go out with a guy and he pulls up to Chuck E. Cheese, what you gonna do? I'm like, what we playing? Because I'm a kid at heart. I like doing fun things. So yeah, and I like to talk. I like to talk about everything and all things, especially about politics and stuff like that. If you can keep me engaged in conversation, man, okay, I'm yours. That's how I am. Yeah. If you're smart, if you're very intelligent, I am yours, because I love intelligent men.
Have you tried the apps? Are you open to the apps?
Man, I did the Facebook app.
No.
24 hours. My profile didn't even last 24 hours.
I don't like remember Facebook decided to get into that. They're not experts in that.
I was like, no.
Can we try a different one?
Like what?
I'm going to let the live chat, because remember, this is from a gay man's perspective, so it's a little different. But the live chat, I want you guys to share what would be a great dating app for a heterosexual, beautiful woman of a particular age.
I'm about to be 50 in another 10 months.
Now begins.
11.
Okay. And before we figure out what that is, we'll figure out the dating app. You'll get your pictures together. You want to be intentional with what you write on this profile if you're open to it. Okay. Carlos says Hinge. I was going to say Hinge too. I see a few people say Hinge. Sanivia says Hinge. Okay, a few people are saying Hinge.
Okay.
Try Hinge out. You don't have to pay for it yet. I mean, there are payment options, but try it out. I think you should do it tonight.
Okay.
Okay. And if you have questions while you're doing it, let us know.
Okay.
And we'll help you fill it out together.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, happy Valentine's again, Kempire. Love you. Bye.
Wendy, take care. Now I'm invested. All right, the backstage filled up. All right. So I'm going to try to get to everyone tonight. Everyone just be mindful. I haven't put on the timer, but if people start getting long, I'm going to put the timer on. Okay. Lee's backstage. Lee has called in before. Hold on one second, Lee. Lee, what's going on? Gorgeous photo too. Okay, Lee.
Thank you.
What's
How
going
are
on?
you? Happy Valentine's Day.
You too.
So, question before I start.
Mhm.
How candid are we getting? What's the spice level? Mild, medium,
Hot.
hot? Got you. This is the worst Valentine's Day I ever had was last year. Yes. And it wasn't somebody that was like new.
Mhm.
This was somebody that I've known since like middle school. We actually ended up going to college together.
Mhm.
And then, we fell off. Like we nothing ever happened in college. We went on one day prior to Valentine's Day. He comes over for Valentine's Day. Actually, let me back up. The time that we had met up before Valentine's Day was nice. We went out to dinner, went back to my place. We made not love, but we made It was,
What's that mean?
you know what that means.
I don't know. Wait, no, I know what making love means. But what's making like mean?
Because I don't love him, so I was not going to make love to him.
Oh, okay. Oh, no. Okay, that makes sense. So it was casual.
It was casual, very, very casual, and very short. Like maybe not even 30 seconds. Awful. Oh, no.
Wait, let me defend him, Lee. Let me defend him. Maybe he was so excited because he's always wanted to be with you.
Okay. Well, thanks. Thanks for that.
Wait, did you guys sleep with each other more than once?
No, it was one and done.
I mean, I understand. 30 seconds?
30 seconds. So then the few weeks later, we came back to my place for Valentine's Day because he worked during the day. Mm-hmm. So the Valentine's Day was very nice. I was even willing to give him a second chance. I usually don't hold things like that over men, but so yeah, we're talking, everything's going great. We make again. This time was actually a little bit better, not gonna lie. It was a little bit better still.
Sleep with him again.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said did we make again that day?
Oh no.
No.
Like a real Scorpio. No, okay, so the second time, okay.
The second time was okay. It was not that bad. I'm gonna give him that.
How long?
Less than 5 minutes. I give him maybe 3.5.
Okay. I'm seeing a pattern. Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, so he's looking at my counter, and I had like a bunch of goodies from work. Like I had flowers. They got us chocolate covered strawberries. It was really nice. So I just had him out on my counter, and I see him getting visibly upset. Like, yes, like very upset. He's a Sagittarius. It was never going to work. But so he's getting mad, and I'm still trying to make conversation. He is hot. Like I can literally see fumes coming out of his ears. That's how mad he is. So he's going on and on about, how do I put this? In my line of profession, I work in real estate, kind of. I work in like the marketing department, but I have access to like a lot of rentals. So he was actually looking to move. And I told him about this one property that was like really great, like he should look into. And I showed him like a video tour of it. And he is getting so mad. He's like, this apartment doesn't have a microwave. It's just like everything about the apartment, like he was ripping to shreds. I was like, okay, he's getting so loud. I was like, well, if you ask the property manager nicely, they can make accommodations for you. But if you go in with that attitude, they're not going to do anything for you. This is Valentine's Day. We're having this type of conversation. I'm talking about a freaking microwave.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, not to interrupt you. He's acting that mad about a microwave tells me about his pockets, and I'm a little concerned. But anyways, I'm not going to judge.
Right. I'm. Oh my gosh, I'm getting mad just thinking about it. but I'm getting as hot as he was. But so yeah, he leaves that night. I'm just like sitting in my room like, what the heck am I doing? So I'm like, you know what? It's not going to work out. Obviously, I cut him off. Mm-hmm. Why does he end up renting that apartment? I'm like, this man just messed up my Valentine's Day for no good reason because he ended up renting the apartment anyways. I'm like, you know what? No, I will never date a fire sign again, ever. No, I'm joking. I would. Leo, hit me up.
She said, Leo, hit me up. I would have thought, though, with a Sagittarius and a Scorpio, that would have been like fireworks, but I guess not.
Honestly, like during the first date that we had, like our conversations were going so good. And it was really just that 30-second jab that I wasn't like feeling, but I still gave him another chance.
Jab that I was not feeling.
Ooh. Anyways, we'll move past
okay.
that.
For those that are listening to the podcast version, I put up my pinky finger.
Well, I think the pinky is a little bit bigger, but awkward. But, it is what it is. You live and you learn. But worst Valentine's Day ever. Yeah, and I don't have anything else that tops that. I can't think of another Valentine's Day that was that bad. Yeah. But honestly,
just last year.
This was just last year. So I've had multiple Valentine's Day. Yeah. And this was the worst.
Must be nice.
You know me. But you know what? This year, I'm like, no, I don't want anybody. I'm calling in, like spending the time with you guys because I just really needed some like self-love this year. I just had surgery like 2 months ago. Mm-hmm. And it's just been like a really rough healing. So I just needed to clean my apartment, take in everything, shower, put on my favorite candles, my favorite songs, and just decompress and just talk to you guys because, Valentine's Day is about love, and I feel like the ultimate form of love is self-love and self-care, and that's really all we can do. So,
agreed.
Yeah. So no shrimp this year, just strictly what I like to do. Period.
Noted. Okay. Lee, as always, we appreciate when you call in. Thank you so much. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Bye.
Take care. Wow. I love that you guys are so open and transparent because I feel like people do learn and grow from what you guys share. I mean, he didn't learn or grow. That was too easy. I couldn't help myself, y'all. I couldn't. All right. Nia's backstage. We're going to bring Nia up next. Nia, what's going on?
Hey, Kempire. How are you?
Well, how are you?
I'm fine. I've been in the cut for a little while, but I decided to join in today since I had a little time.
Thank you.
I don't really have any bad Valentine story because by the time this time comes, I usually break up with somebody by this time. So I don't.
First of all, it's also good Valentine's Day stories, but you need to explain that.
I just think by the time, before like Valentine's, of course, it's like Christmas and Thanksgiving. And I feel like during that time really shows somebody if you're going to be with them. And then also you have to remember I'm young. I'm only 24. So after a while, I'm just like, I don't have to deal with this. I'm worried about my school and then move on. And then not to throw shade on the women in my family, but I've learned a lot from their relationships. So when I start seeing stuff, I'm like, oh, this happened to my aunt. That's not going to happen to me. So I'm like, yeah, you got to go. So it's just like certain things. I'm not trying to say I'm traumatized, but I have always been the child where I don't have to learn through actions. I can learn through somebody else going through it and be like, okay, cool. I'm not going to do it.
What's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
Okay. Intuitive. Okay.
So, yeah. And then I always get like vibes off of people. I can kind of tell something before somebody does. And people think I'm weird or like, I'm like, when I'm Jamaican too. So they probably think I'm over there doing Obia and stuff like that. That's how I know.
Talking to
yeah. So, yeah, I really, truly, like when it comes to Valentine's Day, I really feel like my answer was, I feel like if somebody likes you and they make the initiative, that would be good. But I also do understand that people get gifts for people in order for other favors, because I see it happen a lot with people who I know. I used to be friends with this one girl. We're no longer friends no more because of an argument over a dude. And I basically told her that the guy she was dating had a girl and that he didn't really like her. And she called me the B word and she was like, "You don't know what you're talking about." She told me everything. And I went on his Facebook and I said, his mother is commenting underneath the girl's pictures. They're taking pictures together at his football game. That is his girl. And then she tells me, no, this is how I figured out that she's most likely messing with him, knowing. She's just like, "Oh, well, it doesn't matter. He wants me the most." And I was like, "Oh, you're delusional."
Oh. So that, of course, I mean, would you do it again? If
Tell my friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I just don't think I would be a good friend not to tell my friend, like, "Hey, you have to," because you have to be careful what you accept, because if you accept something once, you're going to continue to accept it over and over again. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I've always learned that, like, I remember one time I told my uncle the reason why I broke up with my ex is because he told me he was going to do something for me. And the second time he told me he was going to do it and he didn't do it, I broke up with him. And so he was like, "I don't understand why you did that. Like, that was rude for you to do that." And I was like, "Well, he doesn't keep his word." Mm-hmm. And if he doesn't keep his word for something simple as like getting me something, then he's not going to keep his word for nothing else. And it came to be true, because other stuff I found out during time, like after we broke up, I was like, I'm glad I did break up. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So it's all about, like, people would get you some people get you Valentine's gift because they're not doing what they're supposed to do, and it's a cover up. Okay. Some people would get you it because it's easy. Like, I'm gonna be honest, some people don't mind spending money. Like, literally, for some people, all they got to do is get roses and stuff like that. Or
you'd be putty in their hands.
Yes. And then there's the mischievous dudes that know what you like and get everything and be like, "Oh, I love you. I got this for you." And they got the same thing for another girl. So for me, I've seen that happen. So for me, it just depends on the person. I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know. And I've seen a lot of stuff. Let me tell you, I used to go to UNC. Oh, let me tell you something. It was nothing for football players and basketball players to spend money on girls. Okay? And they will take you out and then take another girl out. And it will be like, and then we be fighting each other over who loves who more. And at the end of the day, I'm like, he don't love none of y'all.
Damn.
So yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. These young dudes, they're not doing. They're scary out here.
24-year-old. But no, you seem very wise for your age. That's great.
Yeah, I hope I keep my head on, because I don't want to be caught out here slipping. I be seeing some girls get done dirty, and I'm just like, oh no. It's not, and then you also have to think about it too. When these things happen to them, they get traumatized. It messes them up for life. Like, I knew a girl that wanted to be with a guy so bad, she faked the pregnancy. Like, faked the sonogram. She said how she was going to move back to her family in Georgia, like, and how, like, the only reason she would stay is if he got back. I've seen text messages and I've been on a phone call where I've heard the conversation with the girl. And I was like, I thought it was fake when the guy told me. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to spill a little bit of my tea. This happened to me when I was dating this football player. This girl said she was pregnant by him. Mm-hmm. And she wasn't pregnant because she wanted to get back with him because he found out he was dating me. So to prove to me that she was lying, he had me on the phone with the other girls, and she admitted on the phone that it was a lie because she wanted him, but she did not know I was on the phone. And after that, not only did I separate myself from her, I also broke up with him. But I also broke up with him too because my mom told me she didn't like him, but I never told her that. So I got to keep that one to myself because, like, my mom was right, but it's hard for me to tell her. You were right.
Of course.
So,
Well, we appreciate you spilling your own tea.
yeah, it's a little something, but you got to keep your head on your swivel.
Yeah, and you seem to be doing just fine. Nia, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you.
Have a
You
good
guys have a
day.
nice-
Happy Valentine's
Bye-bye.
Day.
Bye.
What? What? Y'all faking sonograms? That is crazy. OMG. If you have a crazy story and you're watching the replay of this, be sure to share it in the comment section. We appreciate it. Wow. You know what, Tabby? Tabby says, here to support you and like your video. Off to cuddle with my hubby. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. You know what, Tabby? You didn't have to, well, we appreciate you liking the video, but you didn't have to come in here and remind us that we don't have a hubby to rub up against. Well, some of us do in the chat, right? All right. Lucy's backstage. We're going to bring Lucy up next. Lucy, what's going on? Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you, too. Oh, my gosh. This is my first time calling.
And I appreciate it.
Yeah. So I don't have like a Valentine's Day story. It's just, it just sparked up when Paris asked about what to do in her 20s, because I'm in my 20s.
Okay.
And like you said, traveling is fun. And I took a trip, and boy,
Where'd you go? Where'd you go, Lucy?
I want to put in too much detail, but I went to a Caribbean country that is part of the U.S. territories.
Oh.
And the men down there, they do love their chocolate women. So obviously, I found me a man, and we had a time. But I'm pissed at him because he ended up ghosting me, but we'll forget about that.
Yeah, you had your time. You didn't want him anyway.
Absolutely. And like, I'm not going to talk to him ever again because I'm home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like you told Paris, travel whenever you can. I know finances can be really hard, but whenever. And then, Kempire, let me give you your flowers since it's Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Like, I'm also going through school right now, and just getting a break to listen to you or even study while listening to you has been amazing. And just the community that you've created with everyone in the live chat, people who come in here and talk and share their stories, they crack me up sometimes, and people look at me and I'm like, don't worry, I'm watching Kempire. Mind your business. Study.
Get back to the book.
And yeah, so thank you for creating this community. And boy, you're glowing. That skin, you better drop that skincare routine.
Stay tuned. It's coming. It's coming. Well, Lucy, we appreciate you calling in and keep us updated on your dating.
We'll see. Also, leave us Geminis alone. Please leave us alone.
I don't come after the Gemini. Y'all, okay, every sign that's not a Cancer or Virgo are very sensitive because I come after the Cancers, the Virgos, and the Pisces, and you're coming at me about Geminis. I give it to you guys very light.
Okay. I just feel like recently we've been catching the heat.
Oh. And who else was the Gemini that I was giving heat to that was a Gemini? It was someone. I can't remember who it was. It's all right. You guys will be fine. I will continue my bashing of Virgos and Cancers.
Yeah, I'll forget it by tomorrow. So.
See? Okay. Thanks, Lucy. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye. I'm always interested in who was I slamming that was a Virgo? Not Virgo, Gemini. It was a reality star or a celebrity. I forgot who it was. That's why the Geminis were getting it. I don't remember why though. Dr. Red says Gemini women are cool, but the men run. I feel like it's always the men. Okay. Okay. Let me say, Queen Asia says Ciara is a Scorpio. Russell Wilson, her husband, where they have multiple babies. That's probably why I was thinking this, is a Sagittarius. Same as Toya, Lil Wayne's ex, and her husband. I think Sagittarius men and Scorpio women work. Just depends on their characteristics. I agree. And look, we also have to remember, it's not just your sun sign. It's your moon sign. It's your rising sign. All of those things. Adrian says, Kemp, do you love a Sagittarius? I do like a Sag. I wouldn't date one just because I don't think it's a good match for Tauruses. But I do love Sagittariuses. I think they are sweet, innocent. There's a young energy about them. Yeah. Oh, Amy says, well, Dr. Wendy Acephals is a Gemini. Look. All right. Mel's backstage. We're going to bring Mel up next. Hey, Mel, what's going on?
Hey, Kempire, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm enjoying the show. I like these shows. You're always so playful on these shows. So I like them. You know what? Actually, I think like the other caller, I was enjoying the chat, and I think somebody had asked about dating while shy. And I know for me, like you said, especially when you're a gay man, it could be dicey. But I will tell you, for me, it took me years. But at this point in my life, when I like somebody, I try not to think about romance. As you know, I called in last time. I had a wonderful conversation with your friend last week, and it was a wonderful conversation. But I don't really think about romance. I usually think about what is triggering me about the person's fashion, about their music, about their art, or whatever it is. So if you focus on that and don't think about attraction, I've talked to living in New York City, I talked to everybody. I'd be at the supermarket or whatever, and I just focused on if I'm triggered in a real way about something that they're doing or saying or wearing, I will go up to them and say, hey, this is pretty interesting. I like this or whatever. And that
Sign again, Mel?
Say it again?
What's your sign again?
A Virgo. Yeah. Listen, you know what? I'm not one. It's so funny. I'm not one of those. I don't really get caught up in the science. So when you talk about the people and this, I just be like, I'd be sitting here eating my popcorn. I don't be even getting into it. But I will go up to people and I will tell them what I like about them. And I don't. That doesn't need to go into like a 10-year friendship. But most of the times it does lead to some kind of interaction. So I think that's sort of like the antidote for anybody who's shy. I've done that 10 years ago. Now I'm an old pro at it. I'll go up to anybody and I will, talk to people that way. So that's just one of the things that I've done. And, it's pretty good. Like I said, I'm not really lonely. It's just that I definitely, I've been there, done that, and got the T-shirt kind of thing. I'm not really, I've had my experiences. Again, I'm only in my early 40s. I'm not throwing the towel in, but, family and other things is like the main focus right now. But I'm not lonely. But I will say I did have a story about the Valentine's Day. It was not really that bad or whatever, but it was kind of romantic. My relationships are kind of Valentine's Day. It was not really that bad.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Now, my relationships have always been a little fiery. It's always been a little, that kind of fire thing. Sometimes I cuss people out. Sometimes I apologize. It's just one of those things. So this has been one of those occasions where people were just getting on my nerves. So anyway, this was a couple of years ago, and the person was actually a little older, but very attractive man, and very busy, stuff like that. And I would just mind my business watching TV and stuff, and somebody rings my phone, say I'm outside. I wasn't I wasn't like dressing in things. I was in my comfortable stuff, and they was outside, and they was like, "Listen, I know we had a fight. I was thinking about you this past couple of weeks. I know it's a Valentine's Day, but I really want to see you. I've been missing you." And for me, I like when people actually, not only apologize, but tell you what they think about you, that they missed you, stuff like that. So I got dressed. Oh, say it again?
Vulnerable.
Yes, when they vulnerable. And so he didn't really let me know what we would want to do. It definitely, I didn't think about it being physical, but the next thing I know, we were in Atlantic City. He done got a hotel room. We were playing the casinos. Now, mind you, at that time, I was in Brooklyn. That was where I was living at the time. I'm in New York City, but I was in Brooklyn at that time. And he drove us up to Atlantic City, and we played. And because I used to like to go to Atlantic City, whatever. And we had a good time. We had a wonderful time. That's probably the first time I had champagne. This was years ago. And it was great. And that night was pretty, it was outrageous it was outrageous, but it was one of those things where it was a surprise. It was a surprise because I think the biggest part was the person said they missed me, that, even though I was a little, my temper was a little fiery because I was annoyed by how they were. They were big enough to apologize. We came to an agreement. They surprised me. And it was a good time. It wasn't too crazy, but my life has kind of had those moments like that where it's been a surprise and it's been a wonderful time. And it was it's in my mind, very memorable.
What happened after that?
Well, actually, they had to move to a different state not too long after for their work. And then they ended up going to, I think, Dubai or something. It was just they ended up moving away. But it wasn't like a love affair. But it was, for me, it was a wonderful memory. It was a wonderful time. The person was older. They had different kind of businesses and stuff like that. And yeah, it was great. So in my little vision board, I said the next person I open myself up to, I hope that they are vulnerable, and that they like the things I like. And I have a list based on what the life
Of course
coach
you do. You're a Virgo.
I will say it again.
I said, of course you do. You're a Virgo.
Yes, I'm but but with the life coach, she told me work on this list.
Yes.
So but I'm keeping it private. That's one of the sort of manifesting things I've learned. But yeah, I'm working on a list. But yeah, that's just pretty much what it is. It was just a nice man, and yeah, I'm hoping that he's doing well wherever he's in the world.
Right?
He was nice
because he's somewhere. That's the crazy thing when we think about the future, and we're making these lists, and we don't realize next week, a month from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, that person is literally, maybe you even cross paths with them and you didn't even realize.
That's true. I was going to say, I remember I did a workshop years ago about manifest. I've done many workshops, many New Age, I've done many. And I remember the teacher said, whatever you want to bring something into your life, never think about the brand, the way the person, the way it looks. You just want to strip away anything you think of and that you think basically. It's going to you want to focus on what you want to feel. You want to focus on, you want to make those lists about your feelings, about that stuff. You don't want to really focus on, like, if you think about a car, don't think about the name of the car. You just want to think about how comfortable you want to be. The same thing with relationships. What kind of person you want to bring in. You don't want to think about how old. You don't want to think about the race or any of that. You just want to think about, what do you want to feel? So I was triggered, and I was remembering that after our last conversation. I was like, oh yeah, I remember this. So I was working on it this week, just to focus on what I want to feel, what kind of connections I want to have with the person, or at least what I want to have in common with them. Yeah. So yeah, I've been working on that kind of stuff.
And I think a lot of people, when they want to manifest, they're not thinking about the intention. They're not thinking about, how am I going to feel once I have that thing? They're too focused on the thing, but they're not focused on, how is that going to make me feel once I have it?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that I think that that's one of sort of the loopholes, or maybe the something that they don't really focus on. You want to focus on your feeling, basically.
Yeah,
you really want to focus on it, and that's what I was even saying about the shy comment. Just think about just going up to somebody to say, oh, I just want to say I enjoy your sneakers, or whatever. Just something very simple. And then when you want to think about who you want to bring in your life, they don't got to be the biggest person on Wall Street, but do they like your movies? Do they understand your food? God help them that they love your politics. I mean that got to be on top of the list, the politics and religion
nowadays.
Come on now, listen. So that's critical. Yeah, so that's just one of those kind of things.
Okay, Mel, thank you so much for calling in. We always love it when you call in and give your perspective.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Okay.
Right. All right. I had a lot of thoughts, because then I thought to myself, because remember, for those that are just joining us, I told you I felt like somebody was flirting with me a few weeks ago. And I was like, are they flirting with me? Because it was so random. They brought up like this gay club, and I was just sort of like, mind you, it wasn't a situation where we were like at a bar or club. It was a professional situation. And randomly they brought this up. And I thought to myself, I don't know if you should be talking about that with me, but maybe you're talking about that with me because you want me to know that you're gay. And then I was just like, So I've been watching the behavior, and I'm just, because again, as a Taurus, as me being me, you've got to be very obvious with me. You got to be like, I like you. Let's go out. Because then I'll be like, and I'm also very professional in every situation. I'm not one to be like, if there's some people, they don't care if it's a professional situation. They'll be like, they'll be flirtatious. I'm not that person. Remember, HR background. I'm not that person. I'm not going to do that. Even in this world of entertainment, I'm not going to do that. But that's me. Anyways, okay, we have a few people backstage that want to share their thoughts. SC says, Kempire knows Libras suffer enough, having a certain producer blogger in our midst, so leave us alone, mostly. I like Libras normally. Some of my closest friends are Libras. My sister's a Libra. I normally like Libras, men and women, but I see a lot of you say that you can't stand a Libra man. So I mean, my Libra friend, I think he's fine. I don't think he's a liar or a cheat. So I haven't had that experience with Libras. I've never dated a Libra though. I've only been friends with Libras. All right. Theo says, see, and I like Theo. Theo says, I'm a Libra. See? Oh, look. See, Debbie says Libra men are, see, I see that a lot. And I'm like, that's never been my experience. Theo says, hold the tomatoes. I personally have never had that experience with a Libra. See, look, Winter says, I can't stand these lying Libras. They won't leave me alone. I see that a lot about Libra men. I don't know. I don't find my Libra people to be liars. Again, why is it important to know people's moon and rising? Okay. All right. I did post a call link for our members on the post tab, and I've pinned it in the live chat for those that are watching on Facebook or on Twitter. Head on over to our YouTube channel for the link. Okay. All right. Special case. My ex is a Libra, too intense. I will say this. I'm not going to say any names, but one of my friends, some of my Libra friends, I could see people labeling them as intense, but I still think they're good people. But I could see people saying that they're intense, because I've had to be like, you don't think that's a little much? But that's me. Okay. Oh, damn. Jocelyn says, my father's a Libra and he's a gigolo. Jocelyn, let's unpack that, because you called in a few weeks ago and told us about your dating stuff. Now I'm like, now we're knowing about the parents. Jocelyn, like, my psychology degree is like this. What? Wait a minute. All right. Let me bring up CV. CV's backstage. CV, what's going on?
Hi, Kempire.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, okay. You see, I have this in my mind how things are gonna go, and then you answer, and I'm like so in shock. Okay, you can hear me fine?
Do you have headphones on?
Yes.
Can you take them off? Because sometimes headphones don't usually work that well.
Okay. Okay. Can you hear me good?
So much better.
Oh, good. Okay. Hi. First of all, I love you and thank you for doing this, and happy Valentine's Day to everybody.
Me too.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
Okay, take your time.
Okay. This is my first time calling in. Okay. All right. So I'm a Capricorn with a Pisces moon rising.
Okay.
And I'm single now. I'm in my I recently turned 40. I am single at this time. My last relationship was it lasted about 2 years, and it was with a Libra man.
We didn't plan this.
What a coincidence that we was all talking about this. And I said, and it's so funny. The ladies in the chat are saying no more Libras. That was my first time dating a Libra, and that's gonna be my last time. I am sorry. I am good. We are two different people. I'm kind of free spirited. I am a caring, nurturing kind of a person, and it's all football, food, and the gym. He's broad shoulders. On paper, it's good. Broad shoulders. He's a macho kind of guy. A homeowner, good job, 2 kids. And all. Everything is fine. It's just that. After some time, I realized I was changing more for him than he was willing to change for me or compromise with me. Yeah. I felt like I was kind of losing myself because, again, my love language is communication, and his love language is physical touch. Yeah. So I don't know. At the end of the day, I just felt like I was bending a lot, and he was so rigid. I remember one time my stomach was hurting really bad. We were supposed to go on a date, and I told him, I said, hey, I can't do this. I apologize. We have to take a rain check. And he was at the gym with one of his boys, and he was like, oh my gosh, I wish you would have told me earlier. I would have never cut the gym short with my boy. And I'm just like, my stomach. I apologize. I wasn't feeling good, And so Yeah, so he's very rigid in that sense.
Mm.
And he just reminded me of my father. Everything had to be in a certain way, in a certain time frame, a certain this, and I just couldn't deal with it. And yeah, and I'm just enjoying my single life right now. I'm loving on me, and I bought myself some treats, and
Good.
yeah, just taking care of me. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm really enjoying the single life, and I feel like I want to enjoy it for a long time, to be honest with you. I'm good on the dating and everything for right now. I'm enjoying my home. I'm enjoying my peace. And that's what I need right now. So, yeah, thank you for answering my call. I'm still, yeah, and I just love the chat, and I hope you guys have a great night.
You too. So how long have you been single?
Oh, no. We ended it. Maybe like about 6 months now.
Okay.
Yeah, since 6 months ago. And to talk about this a little further, like prior to him, like I was like celibate for several years, you know what I mean? And
Wow.
yeah. So, but and I think I may go back to that. Just get clarity,
Like, what are the benefits? Because that's something we've talked about the last couple of weeks. What are some of the benefits that you felt from being celibate?
Oh yeah, so a lot of self-reflection. You start to realize what you want, what you don't want. It's more focused on you. When you're celebrating, you don't have these distractions. Your mind is not cloudy. Sheesh, I mean, you get to be ugly in peace. You get to. You get to.
What does that mean?
I mean, I'm not ugly. I'm a beautiful girl, but at the same time, like you're not trying to look cute for anybody. You just focus on yourself. I loved it. I really did, and I may just do that again. There's no pressure. There's no pressure in doing any of, so that's what I loved about it. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm so glad that you called in and shared, because I've been wondering and wanting to ask the question for those that have been celibate, because there have been quite a few people that have said that, I'm practicing celibacy right now. So, I mean, look, whatever works for you, but don't feel like you have to get pretty for anyone. Get pretty for yourself.
Right. It's true. You're right about that. Yeah, you're right. So it's all about self-love right now. I mean, always about self-love, honey. But but yeah, I really appreciate this time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, TV. I hope you'll call in again, just in case you decide to get into a relationship. Keep it posted.
Okay, I'll keep you posted.
Or share more on your celibacy journey.
Will do. Thank you so much, Kempire.
Have a good night. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Bye-bye.
Bye. We have such a great community. Again, like I love it. Well, Winter says a week with no sex and I'm flipping tables. Teresa, stop. That's because you're an Aries. Who came to my DC show? And the beautiful Stacy Rush was sitting next to me, and she was just like, "I'm not having sex with TJ." And I said, somebody's breaking your back. She's an Aries woman. Somebody's breaking your back. Lee, thank you. And I'm not saying that it's impossible, but I'm just saying I know Aries very well. Okay. Lee, thank you so much for the super chat. Aries says 9 months from now is Scorpio season. Okay, slow down. We're about to get into your sister sign, Pisces season. 9 months from now, really? It's closer to be Taurus season than it is Scorpio season. Okay, calm down. All right. Oz Fly Girl, thank you so much for the super chat. Happy Valentine's Day, Kempire. Thank you for this. Thank you, Oz Fly Girl, for being in the chat. We appreciate you, and thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Okay. Julie, thank you so much for the super chat. Julie says, do single people know about the app Are We Dating the Same Guy? If something feels off, that's how my daughter found out about a guy she was dating. Was he on the app? Wait, was he dating someone else? I'm guessing yes, based off the sad face emoji. Do you guys know about that app? I didn't know about that app. Is it for gay men too? All right. We have Winter backstage. Speaking of Winter, hey Winter.
Hi everyone.
How are you?
I'm good. So first, I'm a little salty because, well, I never really cared about Valentine's Day. Like, I'm not one of those. Like, I don't know. I just, for me, it's not a big deal. But I'm a little salty because all my siblings, they're in Mexico, and I'm not there. And my mom for my brother's wedding, which is tomorrow,
Why didn't you go?
and I couldn't go because, I didn't have the finances at the moment. And with that type of wedding, he was like pressing everybody in the family, like, listen, I need to know, like, everybody has a deadline.
Yeah.
Long story short, he started paying for some sisters and didn't pay for other sisters, and was like, you could reimburse him, but he never gave me the option. So I'm here in New York City, and my whole family, except two other sisters, are back, are in Mexico. So yeah, I'm a little salty about that. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I'm drinking
What's
my
his
little
sign?
cup.
What's his
Huh?
sign? What's his sign?
He's September 8th. That's a Virgo.
Virgo. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
makes
why
sense.
he wanted to make sure all that stuff was done. Okay, Virgo.
But right now, from the last time we had spoke on this dating situation, I was really trying to put my foot down with this lion Libra, the narcissist. And, I kind of been taking a few steps back because I'm just like, I really feel like this guy is trying to groom me. I feel like he doesn't accept
Okay,
me for who I
Destiny.
am.
What?
No, you guys said that day, and remember they were in the chat and they were like, "You're being groomed, girl."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Wow, I never thought about it like that. Like I didn't think I was being groomed."
Yeah.
And I was just like, the fact that this guy keeps on trying to force like threesomes on me,
Yeah.
and then he's just like, this happened earlier. He's sending me videos of females with big booties. And I told them, I'm like, can you just please stop sending me that? Like, this is like uncomfortable. Like, I'm not
You're not
into females, but like, just respect my boundaries. So he was just like, oh, you're a hater or whatever. You're supposed to say, like, oh, they look good. And basically, you want to join in. And he was like, that should be motivation of how you want to look. Cause that was another thing. Like, since I've been dating
how
him,
you look?
yeah, like since I've been dating him, he's another one. Like he has commented like kind of on my weight and stuff like that, like here and there. Yeah, it's been a lot of red flags that I have ignored or whatever. But I'm just at my wit's end. Like I'm just like, I feel like you're a big man, baby. Like, first of all, you come here, you come to my house, you eat up my food, you never bring a toilet paper. And I kind of had to tell him that, like, like I think that's crazy. We've been dating almost 3 years, and you really just don't even contribute to nothing. Like you would dead
Been
come
dating almost
empty-handed.
3 years. I missed that part.
So we were talking on Facebook for 1 year, and that's another thing that he counts, our Facebook chatting. And then we finally met up after a year of being on Facebook. Once we met up, we started doing the do, and things changed. So for sure 2 years, but like 3 years. He always says that. And that's another thing that he refers back to. Like he's just like, you weren't this person over Facebook. I've always been this asshole. Like, sorry, excuse my language. I've always been this jerk. Like, I've always been rude. I've always like commented or said slick things. Why is it after we had sex, it bothered you? And I'm just like, anybody, first of all, I can't count Facebook. That's not real life. I count from the day that we actually met and we had real interactions. Like when you start spending time with someone, you start seeing like, wait, this is not the person that I thought I was getting to know. Like, I don't like this. I don't like you commenting on my figure. I don't like you commenting just on anything. It's gotten to the point that he's never says anything positive about me. Like, he even comments on what type of parent I am, and I don't like that. Like, I'm a single mom, and I'm also a first-time parent. And he's like, oh, I told you, you need to stop being soft. You need to like just how I deal with my daughter. And I'm just like, do you understand how tired I am?
There are so many red flags.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
There's so many red. So, okay, a sidebar. When I said, wait, Destiny, I wanted to emphasize this because I saw a lot of people when we were talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville and her accusations of grooming against Melody. I don't think that what she described was grooming. But a lot of people were saying, you're a grown woman, you can't be groomed. However, when you told us your story was it last week or the week before?
It was the week before.
Yeah, the week before. And I was like, this is a perfect example of grooming. You can be an adult and be groomed. But I don't think that's what was happening with Destiny over there. But there are so many red flags with this man. Why are you still in this situation?
So like, all right. The big problem is that like in the beginning, I gave him the keys to my house. So that's also an issue. Like he kind of like every time I kind of try to stay away from him, he just kind of pops back in.
Mhm.
Like once he notices I'm like uninterested, like I'll try to stop talking to him for days, he'll come back around. And a big problem is that he has some of his stuff here. He has the key to my house. Like I just feel like it's just getting really, really toxic, and I'm like over it. Like I'm like, wow, like how could you come here just if you don't like the way I look, why would you be with me? I'm a beautiful girl.
Yeah.
And another thing that like bothered me is that we try to have vulnerable conversations. I'm very vulnerable. I tell him about my childhood. I tell them about, how I lost a lot of weight before, like everything I went through, my struggles, only for him to throw it back in my face about being fat and being this and going to the gym. And I'm like, do you understand how hard it is to just go to the gym downstairs with a toddler? Like, I don't have time to even do anything. Like, and it's just like a lot. Like, he's basically degrading me all the time. So
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. He did come over yesterday. We had a nice what? It's like, okay, wait. I'm gonna just tell you the timeline.
We're not
We
judging.
didn't-
Wait. Let me put up my little. Let me put up my thing.
No. I understand. I understand. If you judge me, you judge me. Hey, but you know what? Like, I didn't see him for like a week. Then he came. What was yesterday? Thursday, right? So he came on Wednesday, right? And the vibes were off. Like I was just like not feeling him. So he felt unwanted. Why he walked out the house like and didn't say bye, nothing. So I'm like, all right, I don't care. So then yesterday he tried to pop back up like, oh, blah blah blah. I'm gonna come over. It was like 1 a.m. So I was just like, all right, whatever. We had a good time. It was no like degrading talk, none of that. We did have sex. But the point is he started back again today, like sending me videos of women, telling me how I should look, telling me what we should do to create generational wealth and make sure our children are good and can't be working a 9 to 5. And I'm just like, I can't take this. Like, so long story short, I've had a rough week at work. I am tired. I don't get sleep with the toddler. I am stressed out. And having someone this negative, I almost caught maybe 20 mommy meltdowns this week. Like and I'm not a crier. I don't cry, but I was about to. Like I was just done. I literally had to put my phone aside and not even touch it. And I was like, I need a moment.
Yeah.
So I really realized I'm like, maybe I should just take a break from dating. I don't know. Like, what do you think? Like, I really want to focus on, being a better mom, which I think I'm a good mom. I'm just trying
I'm sure
my
you
best.
are a fantastic mom, Aries. Winter. Winter, the Aries. No, I think you're a fantastic mom. I think the fact that you even say that says to me that what he's been saying has been seeping into your brain. You need to get him out of your life. You need to focus on you. I'm not going to tell you not to date or focus on you and your child. Have a good
I definitely
time.
have been thinking about that this week. I was like, I can't take this. Like, I need to be around positive energy. Like, he has me ready to sage my house. I'm like, I can't be with someone who's not uplifting me, being positive. Like, I was like, I can't do this. Like, I'm about to catch a breakdown. So I do think I'm going to take time off the dating. I do like to have my little, weekly or daily or, my...
him.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Like, I was like, we just can't completely... I have to get away from... So I got to change my locks because...
Yes, please. Change your locks.
Yeah.
Spend 2025 self-care. Take care of yourself. You take care of yourself, will automatically take care of your child.
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
The grooming, the red flags, the constantly criticizing you. There's nothing wrong with you, Winter. Don't
know. And that's what I always said. Like, I've always been a confident woman. Like, I'm a confident woman. I walk around. I feel great. I approach a person if I like to. Like, I never had a problem with that. I'm not shy or anything. But when it comes to this one guy, I feel like he literally wants to break me down. Like, I was like, what is your end goal here?
His end goal is to break you down and control you. When people show you who they are the first time, you need to believe them. He's already showed you. Within a matter of 24 hours, he was back to the same behavior. He's not going to change. You need to change your decision in being around him and being with him.
You're right. So we'll start by changing the locks. Let's see how that goes.
That part.
Anyways, let me let you get to everyone else.
Thank you,
Thank you for
Winter.
hearing me out.
Stay safe out there. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy V-Day.
Bye. All right. I almost forgot. I've heard so many stories. And then she told me, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Yes, he was grooming her. Disgusting. You men are disgusting. Auntie Eva says to block his number too, Winter. I'm good for blocking the number. Meaning, like, I just won't pick up. I don't pick up numbers. I mean, luckily, I don't really have anyone that calls me that I've dated in the past. Not anymore. Anyways, Yolissa's backstage. Guys, as always, don't forget to like the video. It's easy and it's free. You will be able to hear an audio version of our live recaps and special episodes on the Kempire podcast. Before we bring up Yolissa, drop some roses in the chat. I think we should do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway of some Rose Forever. Let's do a giveaway. Shout out to those of you that decided to be here on a Friday night. Maybe one lucky winner will have an opportunity to win a little something from Rose Forever. We already given away 2 roses, and both winners have received the roses, and they love them. Oh, Lord. Winter just says that, OMG, he just texted me. Is he watching? Trash. Winter says, OMG, he just texted me. See, this is the universe. This is the universe. You were talking him up, and now you've gotten your test. All right, roses. Okay, everyone. See, this is the downside of eating right before live. Now I'm like, Ajita. Okay. Hold on. Brooklyn Rose says, Winter, you're so beautiful. Read Loving Bravely. It will help you a lot. It was a great resource for me. Thank you, Brooklyn Rose. All right. So who's going to win these roses? First of all, Rose Forever has been sponsoring our live recaps here on the channel for the last couple of weeks. Some of you've gotten roses for yourself, roses for someone you love. But like we were just talking with Winter, get some roses for yourself. Love yourself. Self-care. All of that. Roses that will last you at least a year. Not the roses that your boo may have bought you that we did by the end of the weekend. All right, let's choose a winner. Boom. Chloe Cams. I just saw you in here. Chloe Cams. Where's Chloe? Where is she? I just lost her comment. It's right here. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Chloe, congratulations. You are the winner of some Rose Forever. Email us at kempiredaily@gmail.com. Email us your full name, your username, and we will send you what we need from you in order to get you set up with your roses. Congratulations, Chloe. I didn't even seen you in here before. But congratulations. Obviously, you've been a member. Not a member, a subscriber. All right, Chloe, congratulations. Chloe says, hi. Hey, and she's got a cute little cat. All right, congratulations, Chloe. Thank you, Foxy. Yes. Email us at kempiredaily@gmail.com. Congratulations. I'm so glad that we were able to do some Rose Forever, for Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day for those that are just joining us. We are taking some calls. I'm going to get to our next caller just because it's getting late and I have a lot to do tomorrow too. And I don't know if you guys saw that that case against Jay-Z from Tony Busby has been dismissed. I'll talk about that tomorrow. Okay. Yolissa, we're going to bring up next. Yolissa, what's going on? Cute picture too. Okay, Yolissa.
Thank you.
Yolissa, why do you sound so low? Do you have headphones on?
Oh no, I'm not sure. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it just seems a little low. But it's okay. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me try. Let me know if that's okay. All right. Well, happy Love Day, everybody. Happy Love This Day to celebrate love and focus on love. And for the last caller, I just want to say, it sounds like you're dating down because you're a mom and you're a sister. You're a mom and you are working, and supporting you and sending you love and light because the aura is bright. So I just wanted to share, maybe just touching on if you're shy and you're wondering to meet a partner or a friend. I'm an introvert, but I definitely recommend just being open to relationships, being open to connections. I feel like where sometimes, so I'm 34, I'm going to be turning 35. I feel like where we lose ideas and connections is that we think a connection is supposed to be a specific thing, but we are human beings. We're made to make connections. We're made to know people. We're made to have acquaintances. We're made to have people who are in our inner circle, people who are intimate friends, committed friends, friends that we share, just activities with. Like maybe I like playing pickleball with you, but I might not talk to you about Love is Blind. And so I love the idea of just making connections. So I feel like in Valentine's Day, I really enjoyed, like today, I work with adults with disabilities. I hosted a Valentine's Day event. It wasn't to make, love connections, but we just enjoyed connections and enjoyed community. And in my life, I feel like the best relationships have come out of being open to just creating community. At the same time, being open to setting good boundaries in the sense that if someone crosses a boundary of mine, they just can stay right there. So I feel like part of being open to dating is being open to making connections, being open to being seen, being open to, like you said, in like a previous caller said, if I admire something about you, I will acknowledge it. If I see something, I'll say it. Yeah. Part of it is also knowing like your own love language and how you give love and just deciding in this world, that's what I'm going to express. And oftentimes for me, that's led to really great relationships. Whether they lasted for a long time or short time, they've always been quality. And I feel like that's really important to say on Valentine's Day, because desperation does not give any good strategy, y'all. So no one wants to be around anyone that's desperate. Yeah. So I don't think I've had a bad Valentine's Day in a long time because I really enjoy my own company. And at the same time, I'm really open to meeting anybody in this world, whether it's in an airport while I'm passing through or whether it's at the grocery store. I just value quality connections. And so if I never see them again, I know I had a great touch point. And I feel like that's part of just being human. We don't need to be cutting people off. The trash will take itself out if you just let yourself, if you know what it is that you're about and you choose to be that, the trash will take itself out. And I do really, my structure for relationships is that I always want many, many acquaintances. I always want a good amount of, casual friends. I have a few committed friends and then like a smaller circle of intimate friends. And usually that's where I have made my love connection. So just hoping that works for you guys. And I got that advice from Miles Monroe from a book called Waiting and Dating. And it comes from like a more Christian background, but the logic of it, like when you say, "Oh, I married my best friend," I never understood that because I'm a Cancer, and I don't really get along with people. But I get along with people, but I'm choosy with my energy because I'm very, very loving, but I'm like a hard shell on the outside, but on the inside, it's like you could really hurt me if I let the wrong person in. And then another analogy was like if you mix two eggs and one is spoiled and one is fresh, like you can't unmix it. So you can't unmix it. So once you get into my inner circle, whether you're a friend or a lover, we're already of the same caliber of people, and you could be, that's just where I'm at. But the trash will take itself out always in relationships.
We got to stop bringing it back in.
Yeah, exactly. When it's gone, just let it be, let it go. And yeah, for the last caller, I really, I agree with what Kempire said. Like maybe the universe is holding it to your heart that it's time to protect if you're a mom and you sound like a great energy. It's time to just enjoy like yourself and your life and the beauty of it all, and make those connections wherever you find them. Because I think that's what love is about, is that we're here to love each other and we're here together. So that's what I love about this community. So thank you for letting me
Thank you, Alyssa, for calling in and sharing
Have a
that.
good afternoon.
Take care.
Have a good evening. Bye.
I love it. I love that. I love that message. I think that's an important message in regards to the trash will take itself out. That's with everything. That's every relationship. That's friendships. That's love relationships. You just have to stop pulling them back in when they naturally fall away. I do truly believe people that do not match your energy naturally fall away. It's you that keeps wanting to pull them back in. Pull them back in. When people show you who they are the first time, believe them. That is who they really are. Okay. Dej, thank you so much for being a member for 12 months. Dej says, I'm a Libra. Are Libra men that bad? I don't think so, but apparently people in the chat do. Kimberly, thank you so much for becoming a member. And Kimberly said this in the chat. She says, I just purchased my membership tonight because this channel has truly uplifted me when I was at my worst. Thank you, Kimberly. We appreciate that. We definitely do appreciate your support, and welcome to the community. Okay. All right. We have a long line backstage. I'm so sorry. So I'm going to get to everyone. All right. So we have Christina, I guess that's ex-Tina. Okay. Oh, what a cute dog, Christina. Christina, you're muted.
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Oh my God. Hi. Oh, Kempire. I'm Blue, fur coat DC. Red hair.
Okay.
I was telling you that you're going to be my man when we're 90 years old.
As long as we have that dog.
Yes. Her name is Cookie. She is the love of my life. And she's 2 years old right here. But I just wanted to tell you, so the last lady that let him go thing, I needed to hear that because I'm a Pisces and I love everybody I interact with. I feel like everybody's my friend, and any person I have sex with, you're mine forever. And we go together. It doesn't matter what you say. And I broke up with my ex it's been 3 years now, but we were together for 10 years and we have a 13-year-old together. And it was hard for me. Like, I knew that I could not be with him during COVID when he was weaponizing my education against me. This is what happened. COVID happened and the kids, have to stay home. We had to teach them. She was in 4th grade. And he was like, you're smarter than me. You should help her. And I'm like, motherfucker, you passed the 4th grade too. Just because I have a master's degree doesn't mean that, So anyway, I broke up with him and tried to be nice and friends or whatever. But anyway, I don't want to talk about him because, but I'm 40. I'll be 45 in a couple of weeks. And I want to tell you ladies, all the young kids out there, when I hear these 20-year-olds being in relationships, please do everything, go everywhere, do everything, date every guy, just have fun, because I feel like I wasted my 30s on him. I was regretful. I kind of still am sometimes, but the way these men are on me, I kind of like it, like I'm a cougar. I'm loving it. And one last thing, I met this guy. I really do like him, but he's a Cancer. I keep hearing y'all talk about Cancer men, and I'm understanding it.
But you're Pisces,
right? Like our connection is magnetic. Like I knew that I guess loved him since I seen him. I think I was just stigmatized or whatever. But like our connection is magnetic. I like him, but fundamentally, I don't think we could ever be in a relationship. I'm just in for a good time right now.
Yeah.
Just like the young lady said, I loved how she said, just allow the connections to come and go.
Yeah.
Because as a Pisces, I want to hold on to everybody, and I cannot. The peace that I feel right now, I will cut anybody off right now for the peace that I feel. And if it's just me and Cookie right now, my daughter's upstairs. I hope she don't come down here. But I just love you. I love the community that you have. I love hearing Miss Sharon and Miss what's her name? Detroit. What up though? Yes, Miss Bernice. I love hearing Miss Wendy calling and Miss Esquire. I even like Mel. I've been hearing him a lot lately, and I'm like, okay, I wish I was closer, but I'm rambling. But I love you all. And young girls out there, listen to Megan Thee Stallion. Do them all, love them all, and leave them all. Do not. Do not. I call myself Megan. You know, I retired my knees. I'm like 44, but let Juvenile come on. I'll give you a little one too. But
Okay,
all right,
thanks,
I
Tina.
love y'all.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna give Cookie a hug for you. Okay.
Thank you. I love
She's
your
right
dog. It's so cute.
Yeah, that's
Thank
my
you
baby.
for calling in. Have a good night. Happy Valentine's.
All right. Same to you.
Bye. I remember her from DC. Hilarious. Okay. All right. Guys, again, don't forget to like the video. It's easy and it's free. Shout out to those of you that are watching on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. I think, well, no, just on Twitter. We didn't go live everywhere. And I'm telling you right now, make sure you're following us on YouTube, because the next one, I will just be going live on YouTube. I've been giving a sample to the other platforms to see what we're doing here exclusively on YouTube, but you can also hear us on the Kempire podcast. Subscribe today. Let me get to the rest of these calls because my throat is getting dry. Okay. All right. Jazz is backstage. We're going to bring Jazz up next. Hold on, Jazz. Jazz, what's going on?
Oh my gosh.
Hey.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is my first time calling.
Jazz, do you have headphones on?
Hold on. Yeah, let me disconnect everything.
Okay.
Okay. Let me do that right now.
We'll give Jazz a moment. Okay, go ahead.
Can y'all give another one? I'm sorry. I was about to cancel it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Yeah. Let me cancel it. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Okay, I'm back.
Where are you? What is going on?
Bye.
You're out. Look, you're out and about.
Okay. So yeah, I drive Lyft.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Do you have people in your car?
I was finishing a ride, and then like another one like got added on or something, and they were like, "Oh, we're here," and I was like, "Oh no, I'm sorry, I was about to cancel it because I'm finally on Kempire." So yeah,
I love a hustler. Okay. Wow. Jazz, what's going on?
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I have some tea. About my situation that I'm working through.
We like tea regardless.
Yeah. So I love Valentine's Day. I have a really positive experience with Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Because my birthday is the day before Valentine's Day. So my birthday was yesterday, February 13th.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. And I love a Taurus, Kempire. They're usually my best friends. And so I know that's why I listen to you all the time too.
See?
Yep. But let me give a quick little story about my little dating thing.
Okay.
So a few years ago, I used to work as a therapist, and then I used to work at tech companies because I wasn't making enough money as a therapist. And I was working at this tech company. There was a guy there. He's a software engineer.
Mm-hmm.
I do not mess with software engineers, child.
Why?
Listen. I live in the Bay Area. I live in San Francisco. And if you look at all the TikToks and stuff about about software engineers in the Bay Area, you will.
Are they F-boys?
Yes. We have lots of S work out here, as you can imagine. Yes.
Oh, I did not.
They have lots of options. They do the most. So I just don't touch it. Okay. Now it's this brother and he a cutie. He a little younger than me too, like maybe 4 years, 4 or 5-ish years, I want to say. And he's checking me out constantly. And I'm like, because I'm usually like the only Black woman when I was at tech companies too. And then he's like one of the other like Black folks there too. So it's just a few of us there, but he's like, but usually brothers like him and most brothers out in California, if y'all from California, you already know this, they're going for their white girls. Let's keep it real, And so I wasn't like looking at him at all.
Yeah.
Then he's checking me out. He's like talking to me hella deep, opening up about all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, wow. All right. What's going on? Then he gets very avoidant. He starts like kind of like ignoring me and stuff like that. He's talking to other girls and there's other situations. I'm like, okay. So then I move on. I get with a whole other man. And so I get with the whole other man. And then I go to our holiday party. The holiday party, me and this guy, my coworker, we are locking eyes the entire time. While I'm with my new man. And so I'm like, oh, hell, what's going on? And so then he comes to my birthday. He's coming to things. He wants to hang out. It's all this stuff going on, but it's confusing because it's not like he's asking me out directly, but then he starts inviting me out and stuff. So this kind of goes on for a good couple years of us working together, like this back and forth and stuff like that. I'm just like,
couple of years.
Yes, it's been going on forever. So then now the company gets shut down. I'm not working there anymore. None of that, right? And then so we still remain friends. We start going to concerts together. Now we go to this concert and basically like we're having the best time ever. And out of nowhere, like, he starts talking to this chick at the concert. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? But also we haven't like really talked about what we are. And then if I kind of insinuate it, it's crickets. And it's just this classic like avoidance thing where it's like he'll come in, I care about you, thinking about you, hey, I want to see you, and then there's this kind of like, and then he'll like kind of disappear and stuff, and he'll do like shit like this. Yeah, he'll pull away and stuff. So this has been going on for a minute. It's funny because this time I was like, I'm just not going to even bother inviting him to my birthday. We went to the Exploratorium and basically okay, this pig ain't, sorry, I'm like, make sure the police not messing with me. Okay. Sorry, I saw police come by. So he goes to the wrong location. He said he was going to come out to my birthday, ends up going to the wrong location. And it's like, I was like, oh, did you have fun over there at the other science museum? He was just like, no, I would have rather been with you. And then it's just like,
oh, he still didn't come to the place?
Yes, that's what
he went to the wrong location. Okay.
To be fair, too, it is like all the way across like the city. Like it's very much like on this other part of the city too. And like the event was about to end. So I was just like, dude, I don't know what's up with you, sir. But that's my little situation. But
your current situation, because your birthday was yesterday.
I know this is the current situation. It's been this back and forth. I've been trying to drop him for a minute.
No, you need to let him go. He's been dragging you on for years at this point. Girl, I'm still stuck on you are a therapist that worked for a tech company. Now you doing Lyft.
Oh, I do both. Yeah.
I know that's right. I appreciate a hustle, but I was stuck on that. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, I used to work as a therapist, and then I started working in HR at tech companies, and then I'm doing HR again. I got laid when the company shut down. We all got laid off, so I was laid off for a year. I was doing Lyft, and then finally got hired back this January. So I'm still kind of getting balanced again, and yeah. So yeah.
This is a good question that they had in the live chat. Allison says, "Did you sleep with them?"
No.
So you haven't even slept with them. So you're not even dematized.
It's not. It's all energy. It's all like
Jazz.
Yeah.
You are preventing the man that actually wants to hang out with you and give you the good D and all the other stuff. You're blocking that blessing because this man is still in and out your life.
I know.
Drop him like a bad habit.
Oh, I know.
Drop him like you just dropped those people off.
No, I know. Like, hey, y'all need to get out the car, Kempire, because Kempire, you are definitely a very stable man in my life.
Oh.
And I'm grateful.
But this is a long distance relationship, man.
I know.
Again, you are blocking blessings, okay?
No, but you're right. And I definitely, how I've been kind of approaching this too, to be honest, is I try to focus more on my internal lessons on what this triggers and brings up for me. So if it triggers my own anxious attachment, I'm like, okay, let's sit with that. Where's this stemming from? Because I don't think it's necessarily about him in particular. I do feel like it's this larger issue that I've have just dealt with and stuff like that around parents and adults and people in my life, kind of being avoidant and stuff like that because of neglect and stuff I grew up with and how I give and receive love and whatnot. So I have really good, loving, healthy relationships that I've worked through over the years that are platonic, and it's cool because it's I do see that what he represents is because I can feel that charge with him. I know that it's I was this is a more a deeper thing around just my attachment style and this deeper way I love myself and how I give and receive love. And so so that's I wanted to share that with y'all. And
Therapy you just came out.
Yeah, no, it always does. It always does. I get it this was going on, but then also I know
you're self-aware.
I'm self-aware. I talk about it with my own therapist, child, and, and my friends.
I'll say this, Jazz. A lot of people in the chat say they love your energy, they love your spirit.
Oh.
So you deserve love, madam. So get rid of that energy and bring love into your life.
Thank you. And I just want to really shout out, just like what that last caller said. I love y'all. I dealt with a lot of loneliness last year when I was laid off and I was just hustling Lyft and I was living at my mom's. I did come to the LA show. I was there. No, I couldn't afford that meet and greet, because, this was doing the Lyft. But I still got the VIP, so I could be close to you.
Okay.
But I really do appreciate the community y'all have and that I can be a part of, and everyone they're so open and vulnerable and beautiful and I'm just wow, this is just such a beautiful and amazing thing that you created and cultivated. And it helped me in really hard moments, in my last year and a half too. And Yeah, I'm just so grateful. It's cool to be just in a better space with myself as well and feel confident and comfortable to call in. I make all my Lyft passengers listen to y'all and everyone, and they always are laughing. They're like, who is this? I was like, it's Kempire. Go ahead, subscribe.
Well,
Go ahead on subscribe.
Jazz, first of all, thank you. The next time in LA, don't let the meet and greet deter you. We will meet. So just remind me, okay?
Okay, I will.
All right. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Now get back to work.
Okay, I will. I'm going to keep listening in too.
Thank you, Jazz. Have a good night.
All right. Bye, y'all.
She does have great energy. A lot of you have great energy in this community, and it's like-minded in energies coming together. I always say, notice when you're walking on the street how people will cross the street. Your energies don't match. So I strong, and that's why sometimes when you're attracting negativity into your life, you need to check your own energy. Why am I attracting this type of energy in my life? Kimberly, thank you so much for the super chat. And Kimberly just became a member today as well. Kimberly says, Kempire, I do want you to find a man, but I'm going to miss these Fridays nights. Because y'all know how it's going to be. My boo, it's going to be priority. So enjoy me while you have me. Thank you, Kimberly. Victor, thank you so much for the super chat. Victor says, a good deed goes a long way, though. Just saying. Victor. I mean, you're not lying, but okay. All right. Let me get to some more callers because we do have at least, 4 people backstage. And it's almost midnight here in New York City. I've been talking a lot. The voice is a little dry. I should have made some tea, but I didn't. Sadie's backstage. We're going to bring Sadie up next. Hold on one second, Sadie. Sadie, what's going on? You're muted, Sadie. Sadie, you're muted.
Okay, there we go. You can hear me?
Sadie?
I hope it's not loud because, like the previous caller, I'm also at work. So.
What do you do?
Yes, yeah. Oh no, I'm a server. It's all good. But yeah, it's a little slow, but everything's great. One day at a time, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, also just a disclaimer, Aries here. I know there's a lot of slander in the chat. Well, a lot of slander from Kempire. So just saying where I stand off the bat. Okay, this is what I have to share is pretty intense. So I have found myself in a situation yet again with a familiar pal or gentleman, I guess, if you will. We've known each other for a long time, since high school. I'm 28 for reference, just to give a reference point. We've known each other, we've been dealing with each other intimately since about 2018, on and off. Essentially, he's one of those contrarians, like, holidays are just a day. Like, it really shouldn't, put a damper on how a person feels about you. Like, it's 364 days you feel love. Like,
he's a Virgo, isn't he?
One day. Huh?
The Virgo, isn't he?
Scorpio, unfortunately.
Oh, damn, Scorpio.
Yeah. Whoa on that. Yeah. Anyways. So, honestly, the situation is like, it's deeply intimate, but it's pretty casual. So I'm just like, okay, whatever, like just kind of going with the flow. Then V-Day comes, and then I'm just kind of like, I think I'm forced to look in the mirror like, okay, what's happening here? Because sure, it's like a casual sitch, but at the end of the day, like, I'm just like, okay, I'm quote unquote sharing this intimacy with this person, and yet V-Day comes and I'm like, oh, I'm not getting excited, or I'm not real, like expecting anything.
And you want
to. Yeah, I do. So I'm just like, I guess I just really have to cut that cord. Because on the other hand, like, some of my friends are like, well, why don't you just like talk to him about it? Like, you don't know, like maybe he is planning something. And I was just kind of like, I feel like if I have a conversation about it, then it's like I'm begging you. And I'm not interested in being a beggar.
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah. So it's giving, cut the cord, I guess. I don't know. You let me give me your insight.
Oh, okay. Oh, you want my insight? Okay, so it sounds as if there are things that you want that he's not willing to give, but you haven't had a conversation. I think you're assuming based off of what he said and past behavior, but at least have the conversation to give him a fair opportunity to make some changes if he feels like it's worth it to him. But if he says and he makes excuses for it, then you have your answer.
Okay, that's fair.
I think it's only fair to at least let him know, this is what I want, this is what I need. But if you don't tell him that, he's not going to know.
Okay, that's true. I am one to avoid tough conversations from time to time. Let me also add this point, and then I'll be done with it. The other thing that is important to consider here is a few days ago we were talking, and he was like, "Oh, like what are your plans for Friday?" And I was just like, "Oh, I have to work, blah blah blah." And he's like, "Oh, well," like it was almost as if he was hinting at it. Like, "Oh, well, if you didn't have to work, then like, I'd want to see if you were available." And I'm just like, "For what?" You know what I mean? Like put it out there.
You start to sound contrarian, ma'am.
Me?
Yes.
But I just think okay. The dancing around it is very different than, "Hey, I know Friday's Valentine's Day.
That's true.
I'd love to see you," or, "Hey, I have these plans. Are you available from this time? Or could you make yourself available from this time to this time?"
You need him to be more direct.
Versus like, "Oh, well, you know what Friday is. Do I?"
It sounds like you both are communicating very differently and not really communicating at all. Like he's jumping around the issue of, well, Friday is Valentine's Day, but he's not even saying that. And you're like,
right,
Valentine's Day, and your friends are telling you to talk to him about it, but you haven't said anything. So you both are sort of trying to communicate, but you're not communicating.
Dang it. I know, it's just because I'm having this realization lately that like I don't really like to. I think I'm a direct communicator. Obviously, this is not a good example, but there are certain circumstances where I'm just like, I don't want to deal with this if I'm not going to get the outcome I think I want. So I just rather be avoidant.
Avoid.
Yeah, but I know that's like a controlling nature that I have. Aries. We want to control, but you can't. You can't control. And then here we are. So we got to face it head on.
If you think he's worth it, have the conversation. Have the conversation.
I mean, he's cool.
Because what I found with a lot of people, because a lot of people tell me their relationship stuff, even outside of here, I found that a lot of people assume a lot. And we have to remember, we all communicate very differently. So a lot of people are saying like, he should know or she should know. And a lot of times they don't know.
Okay, that's fair. I think my thing is just like, you've been knowing me for years. I shouldn't have to talk to you. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to map it out. But maybe you're right. I will give it a whirl and
then you
see
can
what
say,
happens.
I've told you. I've clearly laid it out for you.
Okay.
This is what I want. This is what I need. And then it's up to him after that.
Okay, that's fair. I will take that advice moving forward, because I think sometimes I feel like if I have to tell a man like this is what I want, it's like begging. But I think what I'm hearing is there's a difference between begging and just making your intentions clear. Got it. Okay, communicato. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much.
It's really important on how you label things. It's not begging.
Okay.
It's communicating how you feel and what you want.
Okay, I like that. I received it.
Communicated how you feel and how you want to be treated, and they don't do it, and you constantly have to say it, but you haven't even said it.
Okay, I will take that. I will work on my communication. I appreciate this. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Ooh, now get back to work. No playing.
Bye.
Happy Valentine's Day. Bye. All right. Oh, damn. Every time I have only a few people backstage, now I got a long line. All right. So let me get to everyone. Priscilla's backstage. We're going to bring Priscilla up next. What's going on, Priscilla?
Hi, Kempire. This is my first time calling. I'm really nervous.
It's okay. Take your time.
I've been a long-time caller. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I've been listening to you for like 3+ years. I think I found you like right around the time, 3 years ago. And you've been like a friend in my head. And I know you hear this like all the time. I don't know why I'm getting like nervous and like my voice is shaking.
It's okay. Take a breath.
I just don't want to hold everyone else up because I know it's pretty late for you. You hear it a lot because I always listen to your podcast when I'm like working from home.
Yeah.
And you have no idea like how much of a friend you've been in my head the last couple of years. And so this is my second Valentine's Day, celebrating it as like a mom. And it's been the best Valentine's ever.
Oh, I love that. Is this your kid in the picture?
Oh no, that's me.
Yeah,
Oh no, that's baby Priscilla. No,
Adorable.
I'm a Pisces, so I get so choked up. So sorry.
No, I love it. Look, it never gets old to me when you guys tell me what I do means something to you guys, because that's the best job ever. You know, I did corporate work for a very long time where it didn't mean much of anything. So I'm grateful that I'm able to do something that actually touches people's lives. So thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, no. I feel like it probably never gets old for you, and I just wanted to like let you know that even though like you what you cover is like pop culture, but you also do things like that, like this. It's like very I'm sure like everyone like feels the same. Like you really do. Like you are like a friend to us, and you've gotten me through like the hardest like years of my 20s in like the best way possible. And my daughter's a Taurus. She's a May Taurus.
Lucky you.
Yeah, I say that a lot. She is the most easiest toddler. She's only a year and a half. She'll be 2 in May 19th. So she's my blessing in disguise. And so I say that the past 2 Valentine's days have been like the best, even though like I've been doing it as like a single parent, because I don't know. I think that becoming a single mom for me was like I know there's people that have like a lot of opinions about single parenting or like having kids outside of being married, and like 90% of it I agree. It's not something that I would recommend for someone to purposely sign up for.
Yeah.
But it's what I chose to do. And I think like my life has really like changed for the better. And so these past 2 years, like celebrating not just Valentine's Day, but like family holidays where like love is a big part of it.
Yeah.
It's really taught me a lot about myself. And you've also like really encouraged me to be like more comfortable with myself. And I've been able to do a lot. I've been able to reach a lot of more goals thanks to like listening to you or just focusing on my daughter in the last 2.5 years than I have with the rest of my 20s. And so even like things like tonight, like my daughter just fell asleep. And I also wanted to mention, if you have a chance before you go to sleep, I'm car camping right now with my daughter. We're by the beach right now. We're going to be camping tonight.
Where are you located, if you don't mind telling us?
Oh, I'm in LA, but we're car camping. If you ever get a chance to come down to OC next time you're in California, Crystal Cove is a really beautiful beach. Even if you're just going for like the day, really, really, really beautiful. I know like there's like a certain like narrative about Orange County, but I've never had a bad experience. As a brown girl, and there's a lot of great hiking places. But if you get a chance tonight before you go to sleep, if you have like a really good view, look up at the moon. I don't know if it's a full moon, but it's gorgeous.
It was just a full moon. It was just a full moon, so it's still somewhat full. Oh,
yeah.
I am going. Because I have, my new place. I have a really great view, so I'm going to go look.
Take advantage. It really helps, like moon gazing, or like they call it like moon bathing. If you're like out by the moon, but it really helps like with relieving stress and anxiety, and it helps like kind of. I feel like I sound really woo woo, but
you know
I'm
who
really
you're
into
talking
hiking
to?
and stuff.
I
don't know. Yeah. So I feel like sometimes when I hear you saying certain things about this stuff, I'm like, I totally know what you mean, because I have the same type of like perspective.
I think the reason why I've had a headache for the last couple of days is because of the full moon.
Oh my God, we're the same person then. But yeah, I don't really have any. I'm really thankful that before I became a mom, I got to experience what it was to love a guy, and I got to date. So, like the earlier caller, my Pisces sister, I forgot her name, sorry, but she basically summed it up pretty well, to just like, enjoy your life when you're young, because it's so true. I'm only 28. I'll be 29 next month.
You're still young.
I think it's my voice.
28 is not old.
No. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant my voice sounded young. Sorry. No.
It does.
Yeah.
But you're still young too.
Yeah. I feel like I feel pretty youthful still. But I'm really happy that for the most part I did get to enjoy my 20s. And life throws you curveballs all the time.
Yeah.
So stepping into this new role still pretty young. If it doesn't feel like I'm missing out on anything, but that doesn't mean that someone else may in a similar position may not feel like they're not being fulfilled outside of being a parent. So I really resonated with what she said. Yeah. I'm hoping you've made me like really want to become more ambitious too. And also like my daughter, and I like to listen to people like YouTube videos and stuff. So I listen to probably all of your like live streams while I'm working from home, since it's pretty like I don't have to it's not a very like micromanaged job that I have, thankfully. So you're like always in like my earbuds while I'm like stressing out meeting deadlines or like feeding my daughter and stuff. I just really wanted to just come on here and say thank you so much.
Thank you
for doing stuff like this tonight. It's really fun doing something like this, and also like getting to celebrate. Well, my daughter's asleep by now, but getting to celebrate. There's like I don't think you realize it, but like the way you carry yourself, it's different than the way I used to be before I became a mom. So like there's certain things that you do, like when I hear you just like talking about when you're like reviewing shows, even the way you carry yourself, I'm just like, oh, I want to be more like that. I don't know, like I just something about the way you carry yourself. It's like very like put together almost, and I doubt that it's on purpose, but it like the way it comes off, to me it rubs off like, oh, I want to be more like that. Like I don't know how to put it into
words.
Yeah, I don't know how to put it into words, but I don't want to keep rambling. You have inspired me so much. I got a chance to meet Lizzo back in December because after I got pregnant and, I turned lemons into lemonade, I really focused on my career. I did have to drop out of my PhD program when I got pregnant. But I was still able to take out the master's portion. I'm still working at the same institution that I was working at since before I was a mom, and they've been more than helpful in like my work from home. And I hope that like as I keep watching you, I can like finish my PhD off and I can call again and be like, hey, that's me. And I would love to buy a home. My goal is to buy my daughter a home by her birthday. So hopefully I can make that happen. And I just wanted to thank you so much. You have no idea. I didn't get to go to your LA show because I'm trying to save every single penny because I really want my daughter to like grow up in one home.
I understand. So, the next time I'm in LA, remind me of our conversation. DM me, okay? Because I will be coming to LA again this year.
I told Lizzo when I met her because she has like this athletic brand with Fabletics, and they sponsor me. So like every month they send me clothes. And yeah, so it's nice to have like a cute outfit for when I go hiking with my daughter.
And Lizzo's also a Taurus.
Yes, and I think that's why I had a really good conversation. She's the sweetest. She's really, really kind. Her whole team over there with Yiddy, they're really, really nice people. And just being in a room full of like people in their 20s and 30s, like really trying to build something for themselves. It was really aspirational. I'd never been to like an event like that before. So when I got to talk to Lizzo, I told her, I started crying too, obviously, because I got like, I always get emotional. I told her like, I was like, I really want to meet you again, but I don't want to meet in a situation like this. I hope that like in 5 years,
I'm meeting you like in a different like setting because I have like really, really big goals. So, and I think she started crying and I started crying and I didn't really go into specifics and I won't here. But because I've kind of like laid off, like, I think it broke up. Well, I guess that's the internet trying to tell me to get off your stream. But hopefully, Kempire, if you're still listening, I hope we can meet again and I'm like successful in something. So I'll drop off now. Bye.
Thanks, Priscilla. I heard her. I think you all heard her as well. Thank you so much for that, Priscilla. We appreciate you. She's out there camping. Under the moonlight. That's what I should be doing right now. All right, it's after 12 a.m. We have a few more callers backstage, so I'm going to try and get to everyone. Danielle's back there. Lamara's back there. Lucy, you called in, didn't you? Didn't we speak to you already, Lucy? Omar's back there. I'll check in a second, but let me bring up Lamara. Lamara's next. Lamara, what's going on?
Hi, Kempire. How's it going?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm good. I just don't really have any like great stories or anything like that. I just wanted to say it's been great to listen to folks today. I've had not a great day. It's snowing in Portland, Oregon. It never snows here, so people have been losing their minds. And I need to get some art up to Seattle, and it's just been a big ordeal. And I applied for a job and I went great, but I didn't get it. So I've just been kind of disappointed all day. So it's been nice to just have some semblance of community. I don't go out very often and I work mostly from home. And so it's just nice to hear people sharing their stories. And that's been really nice for me today. So thank you for that.
Lamara, let me tell you a story. Okay. So before I left my corporate job, I was ready to get out of there. I was like, I want to go work for a tech company. Mind you, that's not really my passion, but I was like, I want to do something different. I like the energy of the tech companies and so I went on this interview. I was really excited about the job. And I remember the day that they called me and they told me like, yeah, we decided to go with someone else. And I was so disheartened because I was just like, because I felt so good about this job. Mm-hmm. And only to come to find out, maybe a year or two later, maybe less than that, the company shut down. The people that I knew there that told me about the job, they were unemployed. The company, I don't even think it exists now, or it was merged with someone else, but a bunch of people lost their jobs. I probably would have lost my job if I had went there. Everything happens for a reason. I know right now it doesn't feel that way, but trust and believe the job that is meant for you, that you truly will be happy with, will be coming. Right now, feel the disappointment. I felt the disappointment, but I didn't dwell in it. You will find something better, and you'll be calling us back in. You remember what you said, Kempire? Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, I did get into grad school for counseling, so I have to kind of get ready for that in the next for June. So that's something to celebrate. But yes. I think it's just kind of like, it's a hard job market right now. I've applied to so many jobs and I'm getting through to like the second or third interview and they're like, oh, the person just edged you out by a little bit. You know, they'll call or send me like a very, very long email, which I'm like, if I didn't get the job, you can keep the words. I suppose that's like the Jamaican in me. Like, we don't need to chat any further. Like, what I wanted is not what I got. I really appreciate the kudos, but you can keep all of that. And so,
but you know what? You really need to take in all the kudos that they're giving you. It's not a lot of these jobs don't give you all of that. They'll be very quick. Like, you were fantastic, but that's it. But they're going down a long list of all the great things about you, but we still have to select someone else. Take the compliments.
Yeah, that's also a good point. I'm just kind of like,
go back and read those letters tonight. Like, you know what, they really did like me, and it just wasn't a perfect fit for them or for me. Because if it was a perfect fit for you, then you would be there.
That's true. Yeah, I think the people at my current job are just irking my nerves. I'm like, how many more days can I take before I lose whatever semblance of a mind I have left? So I'm trying to keep it cute at work. But but I'm hoping that other things will give me some, solace or improvement. Plus, I need to start applying to FAFSA and all that stuff for grad school. I mean, I don't even know what that will look like.
Because you have that to focus on. So it's good
I do.
The job you have now. You have something to keep your mind occupied and keep your energy right in regards to the job. So focus on the things that bring you joy. Obviously, if you want to go to grad school, that's something that you really want to do and that you're excited to do. No? Lamara? Oh, Lamara, there we go.
No, Lamar is still here. Why am I talking in third person?
I couldn't hear you for a second. You're excited about grad school?
Yeah, I am. I've been wanting to be a counselor for a while, and I felt like it was a good time to apply. My whole goal is to see if I like counseling and then open my own practice. And then if that's going swimmingly, move on to become a psychologist. I'm an adult autistic. I was diagnosed as an adult. So I want to be able to diagnose particularly black kids, black adults as well, because we go undetected, especially if you're a black woman or a black queer person, which I am both of those things. You just everybody thinks you have borderline personality disorder, which is not bad. It's just a heavily stigmatized disorder, which really it's just a trauma response. So it's that shouldn't really be as stigmatized as it is. So I'm excited about grad school. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully when I call in again, I'm killing it at grad school. So thank you.
Definitely keep us posted. It sounds like you have a goal in mind. Don't worry about that job. Things will get better over there. Just keep saying that. I'm big on affirmations. Things will be fine here. I have a goal here. I'm going to use what's over here supporting me to support this next chapter, this next future that I have. Because trust and believe, the corporate job was funding the process of moving into what I'm doing now. So focus on the positives that you have going on right now. You have a lot of positives.
Definitely. And I have an art show coming up. So I'm getting paid to make art for a while, which is also fun. So there's definitely positives. I haven't listened to my affirmations today, so I will be doing that after this.
Okay. I'd love to hear it. Thank you so much, Lamar, for calling in.
Have a good one. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. You guys have a lot. I love the energy that we're getting tonight. Every time we do a live, it's different. And I love that. Anyway, shout out to everyone in the live chat. We appreciate you guys. I'm going to take a couple more callers. Let me just say thank you to Victor. Victor says, my V-Day super chat for Kempire is that you, Kempire, you are looking fine like wine. Those juicy lips. Thanks for loving us, Papito. I think it's juicy. Well, I use Melody Cherie's 7th Avenue lip scrub. Oh my goodness. Bernice, thank you so much for the super chat. She says it's 4 a.m. and I got a lover. I don't want to. Remember that song, Bernice? That was Melanie Fiona. I know her, right? Anyways. All right. Lucy, wait, hold on. Lucy, didn't we talk already? Or am I making that up?
No, we did. It's just I forgot to say something when I was giving you your flowers.
Oh, what?
So remember when you did the Young Famous and African review?
Yes.
And you asked about if we have recommendations for interior design, house tours, and all that stuff. I got you. So if you want to go on Instagram, they also have TikTok or YouTube. There's Fine Mood Interiors, and they basically go in, renovate houses, and show the process. And then Fine Urban Interiors does the same thing, but it's the more luxurious version. And they're both based in Kenya. And you might get a sneak peek from Miss Zari. Yep.
Thank you.
So Fine Urban is with Zari, and then the other one, it's just local based. And then I do want to clarify, I misspoke because I was really nervous when I called in earlier. I didn't mean to say country. It's a U.S. territory. Let me put that in here because I don't want to be canceled or
You're not going to Lucy. Thank you, Lucy, for calling back in and for that information.
Have a good night.
Thank
too.
You. Bye. All right. We have Omar backstage and bring Omar up next. Hey, Omar, what's going on?
Hey, Kempire. Good evening. Woo woo.
You know what? Let me play.
Hey, listen. No, I agree with Victor. Your skin is glowing.
Thank you.
It looks so good.
Thank you.
But listen, I like you. It's too late. I should be asleep. I have spin in the morning at 8 a.m. And it is almost midnight here in Dallas. But listen, just like everyone else in the 5-hour live that you did the other week, I loved listening. And I didn't have a chance to call then, but I'm happy that I was able to catch this and call. I am a Dr. MP, and I ended today on such a high note. So I have my annual evaluation coming up. I had a couple of I had a little bit of apprehension leading into that, and it's coming up next week. But today and just a few other signs from the world kind of solidified, and it reminded me we're living in the land where there's grace. And, there's a higher power than us, and lean into that, tap into that. And so like today, just seeing my patients flourish, controlling their blood pressure, controlling their diabetes. They are willfully coming in, requesting assistance for mental health referrals. And these are patients from 18, and I think my eldest patient is maybe 99, 98. Wow. And so, it is so inspiring to see. Everybody was so complimentary today. I left work and I said, every day should be Valentine's Day. It was so empowering.
Yeah.
But here is where I will throw a wrench in the story. I'm in a situationship. I have been dating this guy that I know since about maybe 2022. We took a break. There was, as you know, in the LGBTQ community, sometimes the norms are not always like they are in a heterosexual world, and so sometimes monogamy it looks a little bit different. And so there was a break. I had to take a break for my mental well-being. I had to finish my doctorate, and we reconnected at the end of 2023. And so since then, we've kind of been dating strong. And so the problem is that here recently, my ex resurfaced. Very benign. However, there is history with my ex. My ex and I, in one synopsis, I don't want to make it too long, but we helped raise each other up. When we met each other, we were both young, early 20s, and I had an associate's degree. I was completing my bachelor's at the time. My ex was about to start applying for his master's, for his graduate programs. We both raised each other in through those phases. We were both living. I was living at the time with my sister. He was living with his mom. We then both started our graduate programs. We both started our doctorate programs. We have both purchased our homes. And so there's a lot of history there. And since we broke up at the height of maybe COVID. But since then, we remained friends. We were actually engaged. And he has kind of resurfaced in a way that I was not expecting. I thought that book had ended and was closed and sealed. And here he is asking me out of nowhere last week, do you think that you see a future between us? I am in therapy myself. I am trying to navigate life, my current season of life with my situationship that I have separately. And this has just resurfaced so much. I was talking to my therapist earlier this week, and he said, it sounds like you have some unfinished business if this is how you're feeling about your ex resurfacing and asking you these direct questions more than just a friendship. And so he tasked me with writing a letter and writing out, what some of the questions and some of my thoughts and what I need to let go, and presenting it to my therapist, at my subsequent visit, and going from there. But that's where I'm at, and I don't know what to do. I'm praying. I'm trying to do a self-reflection.
Why did it end?
It ended because he left Texas to go to Arkansas, to Little Rock, for his clinical. So when I started my nurse practitioner program, he started his, and no shade, he's actually a CRNA, what Anna Marie from Beverly Hills.
Oh, did you hear she's suing?
Yeah, I heard she's suing. I texted him that picture the other day. I said, hey, look at her. Bad rep for CRNAs. But he has never been, he actually goes down to Austin, and he's always lobbying for CRNAs, not an anesthesiologist. But anyways, so he left to Dallas to go to Little Rock, to move to Little Rock for his clinicals. And so distance ended because I wasn't moving to Little Rock. He asked me to move. At the time, he said, do you want to move to Little Rock with me? I'll pay for all the bills. You don't have to worry about working. You can stop working. I said, I can't do that. I'm like... No, for real, Kempire. But I think you and I are in that same spirit of independence and building, and so I couldn't. I could not. It was very tempting, but I could not. I had to stay in Dallas and build my network and build.
And you're probably glad that you did.
And I am. I'm so glad I did. I wouldn't look back. But here's the thing: we are both two totally different persons now than we were back then, and we are both seeing things from a different perspective. And right now, with my current situationship, one of the biggest problems that I have is, and I want to be concise, I know it's past midnight, but I try to bring something up and say, hey, this is X, Y, and Z, what is kind of with the earlier caller, I don't like this, could we maybe rephrase it this way, could we maybe do this? He becomes defensive. And it's a blow up. And I'm going to share a recent example that I've shared with my therapist. So one of my love languages and how I express it is acts of service. I just randomly love gifting or doing just other little things. And so for Christmas, I purchased him something that I know he would need, my situationship. Because that connection has not been 100% there for X, Y, and Z reason, it is about to be March. I still have the Christmas present that I have not gifted him.
Oh. I mean, the fact that you call him still a situationship says to me that this might be a situation that you need to end.
Okay.
I'm not saying that you need to put your energy into the past relationship, but the fact that the situationship it is what it is, and you still refer to it as that, it feels as if this is not going in the direction that you are in your life.
I see.
And I don't see anything wrong exploring the past with the other, person
with my ex,
with your ex, and just to see where it could go. If you got, because you didn't end on a bad note. Yes, you're different people, but let's see who we are now as these people today. The situationship is a situationship, and you're still calling it a situationship.
And that is how I identify it.
Might be time to try something else.
I see, I hear. And, I'm a big believer in signs and affirmations. And one of my biggest prayers is, may God remove everything that does not belong in my life.
Amen.
And I have seen some signs. I think the biggest problem now is that God reveals those signs and we look away.
Yep.
And we're being stubborn. Yep. Yeah.
What did you get him?
He loves a sweater. So I purchased him a sweater and a vest. A vest that he could wear. I forgot the brand. It's one of those sports vests.
Okay. And you just holding on to it.
It's in the closet. I have a table in the closet. It's in the closet.
Don't re-gift it to the ex.
No. Well, it's a different size too, anyways.
I was gonna ask, but anyway.
But that's where I'm at. And my therapist said, I think you're tired of your situationship.
Because you labeled a situationship. Clearly, it's not something that serious to you. It's something it fills the space.
I'm
and
a
nothing
big
wrong with that. Not judging at all.
Right. I'm a big believer in giving the same energy that you are given.
And he's giving you a situationship energy.
Well, that's the thing. It's like I'm working on myself. I'm trying to become a better version of who I am for the people around me. And I don't know that is being matched. But at the same time, one of the things that my therapist says is, sometimes we could be a little judgy as gay people. And he said, if there's a book. How dare he, right? So a book, Velvet Rage, is actually pretty good. And so he said, are you judging the situation a little harshly? And are you understanding everyone's past experiences and how you approach? And so that is that's where I'm trying to navigate. And that's where I become a little soft and maybe, but then I don't know if that is the right thing because like you said, I'm still referring it to a situationship.
And you're still holding on to a gift that you were going to give him for Christmas.
That is correct. Because meanwhile, I purchased my neighbors who I really, barely know that well. We've all been, I'm in a new subdivision. We have all been here less than a year. I gifted them personalized coasters. And I was happy to walk over there, ring their doorbell, and say, hey, here you go. Here's a personalized coaster. Merry Christmas.
This is saying a lot.
Okay.
Does the ex now live back in Texas too?
The ex is back in Texas. The ex he has purchased 2 homes. And long story, when he moved back to Texas, he was hasty. He purchased a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath home out, not in Dallas, East Texas, thinking that I would follow him to East Texas. A year after that did not happen because I was still finishing. I was in my last leg of my NP program. I did not move out there. He sold the home and he purchased something smaller.
Closer to you?
It's a little bit closer. It's still in East Texas, but it's less of a drive. Yes.
So he's doing the work.
Okay.
I think you need to at least give him a shot. It doesn't hurt to give him a shot.
Right. It'd still be about an hour and 15 minutes of a drive in between.
Okay.
But yes,
but he came to you and said, like, what are we doing?
Last week he did, yes.
I can almost predict if you told him, let's give it a try, he'd buy another house even closer. Okay, hair flip. Okay.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Keep us posted, please. Did we answer your question? I don't even know if we answered your question.
You've been very helpful. I love this segment. Yes, you've been very helpful.
I was like, did we answer the question? Okay. Well, keep us posted when you decide whatever you decide.
Thank you. I will do. I'll send you a message or something.
No, call back in. No,
I will.
But call back in.
I will. One last thing. Free Wendy.
Amen. Period. Thank you so much, Omar, for calling in. Have a good night.
Bye. You too.
Bye. Oh, you guys make me smile so much. These stories are so interesting. So interesting. All right, Danielle's backstage. We have Danielle backstage. We got Carla, and we got Alimo. I apologize if I'm slaughtering your name. Let me bring up Danielle. Danielle, what's going on?
Hey there.
Hey.
Happy Valentine's Day.
You too.
I'm not drunk anymore.
What?
I've been drinking water. I put that in the chat early when I joined in.
I did not say that.
Huh?
I did not see that. You were drinking?
Oh, I had a whole day. And I've also put in the chat, I've been on a 24-hour date.
24-hour date?
But wait, we're going to get to that. That's the last thing, because I want to say these things real quick. So one, the young lady with the interviews that called early, of course, my HR hat kicked in.
Oh, okay.
And I think it was great that you told her to take her kudos. Just think about this, young lady. If you're really interested in that company, respond back thanking them for the time and the interviews and the kudos, and tell them to keep you in mind if other opportunities come up that you will be a good fit for. Because if there's a strategic plan that you don't have to do the FAFSA application and get your master's, and you can get it through their tuition reimbursement program or whatever benefits they may have for tuition, that might be something to look into. That might be the reason why you want that company. That's something to think about. Then she also mentioned that she's like feeling flustered at the current job. Take a step back and ask the Lord, what lesson are you supposed to be learning while you're in that space? And why are you there? Why are you getting flustered? Because it's a lesson to be learned through all the frustration of it all, for lack of better words.
You ain't that drunk.
What's that? I'm not drunk no more.
So wait, you've been on a 24-hour date?
Let me finish. I wrote everything down. Let me get there.
Oh.
So this is what I keep thinking about. When everyone calls you and give you your flowers, I always think about, wait till Kemp gets his TV show, and then we all take a step back and think about, oh my goodness, we knew him back when. Oh my goodness, that's going to be a beautiful thing. And then,
I might cry.
Oh no tears, because I might cry too.
You will cry.
And then the gentleman that just called with the guy with the gift, boy, if you don't get that gift to that man and close that chapter, if that's what you want to do. But he also said something about how people react and the judging of it all. I was in the cigar lounge with the guys one night, and one of the guys said that men have to, when it comes to dating women or trying to date women or approach women, they have to fight down all the other things that other men had done to them prior to them meeting that woman. And I got a little offended. Not that he was wrong, but I had to take a step back and give him a different perspective to look at it. People react on their experiences. So yes, when a man tries to approach a woman and date a woman, he might be fighting or knocking down the wall that woman put up from previous dating experiences. But we as people do that based off our experience. We put up walls to protect ourselves based on our experience. So I just want to put that out there, because someone said something about that earlier. And then I just wrote it down because I was like, okay, this line is long and I got to write all this stuff down before I forget. Okay, so 24 hours. Child, here go the 24 hours. So, me and Police Bear broke up. The last time we was talking about this on the TikTokers, he and I were in such a good space. We went 2 weeks without speaking because of his Taurus, bullheaded, lack of communication, spoiled self. I said it.
Excuse me.
I said it. But what happened was he promised Dylan a video game for her 16th birthday. So Dylan says to me, hey, where has Police Babe been? I was like, I don't know, baby. Like, I didn't want to. She's still 16. She's a teenager, but she's still a kid. So I didn't want to put that negative whatever. And I don't need her all in my business. You know how she is. She already in my business, but I didn't want to put anything negative out there. So I was like, oh, babe, I don't know. She was like, well, I want my video game. Like, he promised me this for my birthday.
Such a Capricorn.
So I said, well, reach out to him. Well, she did. She texted him and he didn't respond.
He didn't respond to the child?
He did not respond to the child. But hold on, the story gets better. It gets better. Before y'all start judging him, it gets better. So she gave him 24 hours and she told me about it. She was like, I reached out to him, but he didn't respond. I was like, oh, he didn't. So, and again, I hadn't spoken to him in 2 weeks. So I reached out to him. I said, hey, Dylan reached out to you. She sent you a text message and you didn't respond. I hope everything is okay. Love you. And I left it at that. He responded to me immediately. He was like, did she? So he didn't have her number stored in his phone, which is fair because I never gave him her number. So he sent me the screenshot. He said, you know how these teenagers write? He said, because she didn't capitalize her D in her name, like she introduced herself in the text, but because she used everything in lowercase letters and she sent something about the video game, he said, I totally forgot about it. I thought it was a spam text.
Yeah.
He said, had she said, this is Dylan Bear, which everyone who follows me on social media knows that's what I call her. He said, I would have figured it out immediately. He said, I saw the text, but never paid it any attention. So immediately he sent her the game. And then he made like a little group chat with all three of us to show, the confirmation they sent it. And then she got it. She was all excited. She actually got 2 games in 1. So there's that. So that sparked the conversation of it all. And now we're back talking. So with that said, yeah. So he was like, well, how are you? I was like, I'm not good. He was like, well, why not? I said, because I haven't talked to you in 2 weeks. He was like, so you know how I feel? I said, excuse me? Because you know how you Taurus do. You know how you men do. You kind of want to flip the script and put it back on us like you're always right and you never do wrong. Yeah, bite your lip. Bite your lip.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I bet you don't. So he said, well, why didn't you reach out to me? I said, well, that's a two-way street, sir. I said, because the last communication I got from you was you were in some kind of mood. So I gave you a little space for you to get out of your mood, because I don't know what your mood is. I know you got a lot on your plate, your work, his mom is suffering from dementia. So it's like a lot it's a lot going on. So when you said that you weren't in the mood, okay, have your space, get over your mood. He was like, but you didn't think you needed to check on me before now? I said, obviously you didn't think you needed to check on me before now. I said, I follow suit, and I've been telling you that since day one. And then I even broke down my own walls and was full of transparency. I said, my biggest fear with dealing with you, again, I said, now we've gotten deeper. You have a history of ghosting me. He was like, that's not the same thing. I did that only 25 years ago, and that was something different. I cut everybody off my...
25 years ago.
I know.
Okay, for those that aren't familiar with the situation, we did something similar that we're doing here on YouTube, on TikTok, several weeks ago. So Danielle talked a lot more about this. So for those of us that were a part of the TikTok conversation, we know all the details.
Yes. So he's trying to justify the difference between ghosting and completely shutting people out. To me, there's no difference, except for you're opening the window back up for one, and it doesn't make a difference. Ghost is ghost, and shutting people out is shutting people. It's the same thing.
That's the definition of ghost.
Right, tomato. But he's basically trying to make it, again, justify why I should have been the one reaching out. So we go through this whole conversation, and I tell him, once again, I'm not angry at you. I'm angry with myself, because you've shown me that I've put you in a category you don't deserve to be in. And he hates when I say that, but it's very true. Because of our history, because of the friendship that we've built and established before the benefits kicked in, I put you in a specific, and because of the conversations that we've had about respect and loyalty and the value of people's times and just little things, I put you in a category based on those conversations, trusting your words. And you've shown me that you're in this category that you don't deserve to be in. And I know that hurt him, because I saw the facial expression. So, needless to say, we kissed and made, but up in the benefits kicked back in. So, hey, that's my winter moment. I'm like Winter over here. Winter be out here having all the good times and everything. I'm with Winter. That's the Aries in us. We like our eggplants, and it's okay. We're grown adults, consenting adults. So the next day when he gets up to leave or whatever, he's like, we're talking. I was like, now that we've discussed this, we can close this chapter and we'll see how we move on. Cool. The next day I don't hear from him. So I don't say nothing. The day after that, that's when it started snowing down here. And I was like, you good? He was like, yes, I'm good. Are you guys okay? Do you need anything? I was like, okay. So maybe he had work. That's why he didn't reach out the day before, blah, blah, blah. I was like, we're good. We got everything. Me and Dylan are fine. Cool. So then he goes to the cigar lounge with his boy, and I said, do you have your headset? He said, yes. I said, put your headset in and call me. So he calls me, and his homeboy comes in, but he and I have gotten back to the conversation of our feelings again. And now the homeboy has jumped into conversation and summons me to the cigar lounge. And that's how the 24-hour date started last night. So I had to be at the cigar lounge yesterday at 7:15 p.m., right? So I get there. I secure, it's not our normal seat in the corner, but it's a seat in the back of the lounge that just does. So the cigar lounge is set up with 4 chairs and a table, or 6 chairs and a table, kind of like your own little personal circle table, friend, like your own little clique of people. And you can bring more chairs over and open up the circle if you have more people. But for us, it's normally no more than 5 of us, right? So I secure a spot, and the friend comes in. And hold on, let me back up. I called him yesterday. I said, and I called his friend Yoda. I said, what am I walking into with Yoda? He was like, baby, I don't know. Yoda's crazy. I don't know what he's going to say. I was like, yeah, all right. He was like, he might need some advice from you. I said, Yoda distinctively said, Danny, I need you on my sofa. I said, if he needed my advice, he would have said, I need to come lay on your sofa. I said, so no, he thinks that I need the therapy, but I'm going to go ahead and play this out. I'm going to entertain it, and we're going to see what happens. So I get there, like I said, I secure our seats. Yoda comes in. He was like, so where you been? I miss you, sis. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, I've been around. He was like, well, you haven't been here. Because again, we go to the cigar lounge every week, same day, same time. Every Thursday, that's what we do. And he was like, well, you've been missing in action. I said, no. I said, Yoda, you have my number. If you were really concerned about me, you could reach out to me. You could call, text, send a pigeon. You could have communicated. Well, I didn't know. He was like, I didn't know what was going on. I said, well, you weren't too concerned because you didn't reach out. He was like, I just know my man has been in here crying because he was missing you. I said, oh.
Crying?
You heard what I said? I was like, oh, now mind you, Police Bay is sitting next to him. I'm in between them because of the way the chairs are. So Police Bay is on my left-hand side. Yoda's on my right-hand side. I'm in the middle. So I look over at Police Bay. I was like, oh, we crying? We're like, what? Taurus man? Brick wall? What? So he's trying to act like he doesn't hear me because he's pulled out his laptop and started working. I was like, okay, so Yoda, you called me here. What is going on? So basically, Yoda's trying to give me the third degree because, again, from Police-based perspective, it was my fault that the lack of communication and he's so hurt and blah, blah, blah. I said, listen.
So when you came into the cigar lounge, did you guys greet each other, you and Police Bay?
Well, no, because he wasn't there yet. I was the first person to be there. So then that was something I had to throw in their face because they always tell me, respect my time. Don't be late, be late, be late. But yet I was the first person there. And you all set this time.
Okay. So when he does come, what happens?
He comes in. He was like, hey, but he was the second person to be there because Yoda was later than that. So he gets there. But I gave Police Bay grace because he was also technically at work. So he shouldn't have been there. He was supposed to be at the office, but you know, when you get to a certain level in your career, you have access to do certain things. That's technology. Yes. So he comes in. He's like, hey, baby. I was like, oh, hey. Now, to your point right there, normally he would greet me with a kiss or some kind of smooch or something. It was nothing. I said, okay.
He's like, hey.
Huh?
He said he was just like, hey.
I mean, it was a little more soft. It was, hey, baby, and it was a soft tone. It was a little nicer than your basic, hey, you just gave me, but it was a little nicer. So basically the conversation that Yoda was trying to have with me was interrupted because we now had other people come in and join our circle. And our circle, that conversation was for our safe space and our circle. But at the end of what I did get out the conversation, which I already knew, is that he was hurt since he hadn't heard from me. And this Bam had been on my social media. And I haven't been on Instagram and Facebook, but I've been secretly on TikTok. He thought I was on TikTok posting subliminal messages. Because one of the videos I post is a picture of me and Shannon Sharp saying, I might be alone, but I'm not lonely. And he thought that was about him. I said, you such I said, the fact that you think that's about you. He was like, well, the timing of it all, I hadn't heard from you. You talking about you ain't lonely, but you.
But he also hasn't reached out.
But you haven't reached out. So like I said, the conversation didn't end. And Yoda said last night before we left the cigar lounge that we were going to continue the conversation. But because, again, other people that we didn't know were part of our circle chairs now in the space, we weren't open to having our personal business with these people. We know them from the cigar lounge, but we're not going to talk about our personal stuff. But he let me know that it's not over. Okay, cool. So then it's about 2:30 in the morning. We leave in the cigar lounge, and in true Taurus controlling fashion, I always have to follow him home to my house. Meaning, I know how to get home. I don't need to follow you to my house. I know where I live. But he wants to control, so I have to follow him. And then his Bama speeds off. He's like doing 90 down 495 in this big old truck of his. Whatever. I get to my house and I don't see him. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and park my truck and go in the house. As soon as I put my truck in reverse and back into my spot, he's texting me, where are you? I was like, well, I'm home. Where are you? He pulls up, drunk as a skunk. I didn't realize he was that drunk while we were at the cigar lounge. Cool, whatever. He gets to my truck, so I pick him up. So basically, and I don't know if you paid attention to this, because of the reserved spots in my house, he parks on the street because I don't have an extra parking pass for him to park and not get towed. Cool. So I always pick him up on the street and bring him around to my house. So he gets in and he gives me a Valentine's Day card. Cute. I wasn't expecting it because he's a bull-headed Taurus man. I was so not expecting this, but it's a Valentine's Day card. Here's the tickle part about it. I waited till he fell asleep because, of course, he comes in the house and falls right to sleep. The card was to his daughter. He was so drunk that he didn't realize he filled out the wrong card. So the envelope has my name on it. The card says, Wait a minute, I have it right here. Wait a second, let me reach. Give me 1 second. Oh my goodness. Oh my
So what does his card to his daughter say?
Wait, I'm about to tell you. I have it right here.
No, I'm thinking about the card that he gave to his daughter.
No, mind you, this is happening this morning, so he hadn't gotten to his daughter yet.
Oh.
He's still with me. Right. But I cleaned all that up. And he said, so basically it's like, daughter, you have no idea how proud of you I am. So I bust out laughing when I see it because I'm like, he couldn't have gotten this from me. And then I look on the inside, it says, love you, Silver Fox, which is what I call him. That's like my little pet name for him. And I closed the card again and I was like, this, and I look at the envelope, I see my name on the envelope. So this morning when he wakes up, I said, babe, we got a problem. He said, what's wrong? I said, you gave me the wrong card. He said, what you mean? No, I didn't. I said, yes, you did. He said, no, I didn't. Like now he's standing 10 toes down that he's right. He gave me the right card. I said, well, unless I'm your daughter now, you gave me the wrong card. I said, it was cute. It was sweet. I wasn't expecting it, but I didn't know you were trying to sun me all of a sudden. Like, what are we doing? Like, I'm not your daughter. But so he was like, oh my goodness. I didn't pay attention when I was signing the cards. I said, well, I'm going to say this, jump up now, run, get cards, because now you have to go get her an actual card because you can't give her this because you signed it, love you, Silver Fox. And it has my name on it. Like, you can't give this to her. So we talked about that. We laughed about it. But sidebar, what made it funny to me, I remember Big Daddy a few years ago gave me a card that was for lesbians because he didn't read the outside of the card. And he only read the inside of the card. And the inside of the card was so cute and so emotional. But when you read the outside, it clearly said it was for lesbians. And I thought that was so funny. So, I kept that card.
What is going on, people? Men are just picking up cards and not reading them.
Yes, they're not reading them. So, okay, so back to today. So we jump up, shit, shave, shower, get the trucks clean, blah, 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 blah. But we both have two very different events to go to. So it was his daughter's senior night for her game. So she's a senior in high school. She had senior night. Then I had other basketball games I had to go to. And then I had dinner, blah, 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 blah. So we ended up leaving each other probably like around 6. So maybe we're going to say 23 hours of dating. So he just texted me a little while ago. I didn't tell him that I was home. I was like, oh, I'm out in Annapolis. I'm still out dating, dining and whining and dining, just so he can feel some type of way. Because if you think that your 2 weeks of not reaching out to me and I'm just going to sit around and wait for me, no, sir. Yeah. I'm outside.
Here come the Aries.
Well, what was I supposed to do? He needs to know what it feels like, 1, to miss me, and 2, understand that just because I'm alone don't mean I'm lonely. Just because I'm alone does not mean I'm lonely. And he needs to understand that. And he already hates the fact that he feels like, all these guys out here. Shut up. Just because I'm alone don't mean I'm lonely. So the petty side of me posted another subliminal message last night on TikTok while we were still in the cigar lounge. Another one of those Shannon Sharp messages, because I already had them programmed in my phone. So I just went ahead and posted it. And I told him today, I was like, while you out here trying to look at my TikTok, reading subliminal messages, I said my real subliminal messages on Twitter.
Not on Twitter. I can't.
Yeah, so that's the update. That's my boy. Oh, and then he was so drunk last night. He tells the guy at the front desk of the cigar lounge, stop looking at my girlfriend, Jose. I see you looking at her. I was like, oh my gosh, calm down. He's doing his job. All he's doing is telling me good night. Jose, don't be looking at my girlfriend. I was like, if you don't bring your yellow stuff on here and be quiet. But in his defense, another guy that was in there smoking cigars with us was kind of not passive aggressive, but he was flirty with me, and it was evident. Yeah. So
but you're single. He hasn't made it official.
He has, but he hasn't.
What?
He has, but he hasn't. He told me a few months ago that we were in a relationship. I was like, oh, that's what we're doing?
Okay.
It was like, I'm your boyfriend. Because I told you we went to the casino and there was a bartender that we always loved to go to, and I would call him my boyfriend because he made us the best drinks. I was like, hey, boyfriend. And he was like, that's not your boyfriend. Stop calling him your boyfriend. I was like, oh my gosh, are you going to make a scene about some 5-foot man? First of all, everyone knows I'm 6 feet tall and I date by height. So this little 5-foot guy who's just so sweet and he makes us great drinks. Me calling him my boyfriend is just me being cute and having fun with him because I want good drinks and we're just going to tip him really well because he's not going to charge us for all the drinks. That's what that was. But for you to make a scene screaming, that's not your boyfriend, I'm your boyfriend. I was like, oh my gosh. And then last night he yells at the other little guy who, again, I date by height, who's not in my height requirement. stop looking at my girlfriend. Stop looking at my girlfriend. But he did make it clear a couple of months ago that we're in a relationship and that he's my boyfriend. And I need to stop joking, calling these jokers my boyfriends. But that specific night that he said that, it was his friends joking about the other guys being my boyfriend. I hadn't said anything, but yet I was getting a tongue lashing for it. Okay. I didn't know it worked that way because you 53 years old. We hadn't had a conversation about it.
But if he's your boyfriend, is it normal not to hear from someone
that part
2 weeks if you're all in a relationship?
That part. But again, and I've told you this since he and I started dating, he's a bull-headed Taurus. And I've been chiseling away at this wall for 25, I'm not going to say 25 years now, but chiseling away at this wall for some time now. Yeah. Wow. And in the midst of all that, me and Big Daddy are trying to figure out what we're doing. I know. And, here's the real kick I didn't tell you. I've told Big Daddy about Police Base. So Big Daddy knows everything because I was feeling guilty. I was feeling so guilty. Oh my God, I was feeling guilty. Big Daddy knew I was dating, but he didn't know that I was serious about somebody and actually having benefits with that person. And when he kept asking me, who you having benefits with? Who you having benefits with? I'm like, oh, no one, just my finger. No one, it's just me, myself and I, no one. And I started feeling guilty. So during the 2-week time period, I broke down and told him everything. He
connected with the other man.
Yes. But he called me out. He was like, I don't know if you're telling me this because you're angry with him and your feelings are hurt. I said, maybe, but I always knew that I wanted to tell you because of our friendship. And I felt bad lying to you. And he said it. He was like, the fact that you're having benefits with someone else, I could care less about. He said, it's the fact that you lied about it. Mm. I said, okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. I will take that. He was like, I thought we were building to rework to get back to something. I was like, were we? I said, because every time I ask you, let's have a conversation about it, you'll push me off. I said, if I tell you on Tuesday, let's meet up, you'll say yes. And then by Friday, you're upset because I've already made other plans. Well, you should have made plans with me on Tuesday when you said yes. I'm not going to sit around and wait for you. I'm outside.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah, so he know, and he even asked, he was like, I need to see what this man looks like. For what? It's a mess up here. These DMV streets are a mess. The walls are closing in on me. My circle's getting smaller. These guys know my name, my face, and I'm just scared. I got to go back in the house. Okay, bye.
Dorothy said you are in an entanglement. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, no, because it's only benefits from one person. Big Daddy would like to get the benefits again, but I told him we're not there yet. And
that's y'all go to sleep.
I know. Bye.
Bye. Wow. Okay, we're gonna take one last caller, but since we've been live, thank you so much for already almost 500 likes on YouTube. Shout out to those of you watching on Twitter and on Facebook. If you're watching the replay of this, be sure to like the video. And don't forget, you can hear an audio version of this dating live. We did a 5-hour one that's available on our podcast and available on YouTube. Very much like this, but very different topics. I love it every week. Everyone has a different story. Carla's going to be our last caller. Carla, what's going on? Carla, you're muted. Carla, did Carla fall asleep waiting online? Carla,
I'm here.
I think you fell asleep. It's been a long night.
I know. No. King Kempire, hello. Okay. I spoke to you here post Super Bowl about Kendrick Lamar's profound halftime show.
Yeah.
And thank you so much. And for the chat, just to qualify me, I'm an Indigenous Libra woman on the West Coast who loves our Kempire community. All of our beautiful brothers and sisters tonight who have been sharing their stories, and I loved it so much. But I'll be brief because of the time of the night. I have a simple message, but I represent the best of in love tonight. I lost my long-time true love, Chris, to a fatal heart attack in 2020. We were together for 15 years. He was my forever man. However, life taught me an unexpected lesson. And this is to our callers, our chat, our replay crew who we love so much. I want to tell everybody that you are loved, you will be loved I've known that type of love, and I believe in love. I will have it again, and you will have it too. And that's it. That was my message. Thank
Carla,
you.
I'm so glad you called in and that you were our last caller. Thank you for that.
Yes, it will happen for you all. And we all go through those cycles of people that we vibe with and what is happening and all of that. I'm with you all, and I'm with that journey, and I'm starting on that journey again. And we will all know that. And I love our community because we will help each other through this journey.
Yeah, without a doubt. Carla, thank you so much for sharing that. And I'm very sorry for your loss, but you have a very positive attitude. And I'm sure, like you said, you will find love again, and very much like everyone that's listening and watching this as well.
And you too, Kempire. You're gonna find your man. And I love our caller that said we're really as your subscribers, we love this time because you're gonna be with your man on Friday nights at some point, right?
Yeah. I'm just saying, don't get too used to it. Enjoy me while you have me.
But we'll take you when we can have you, and we hope that you have your forever love sometime on the lives too, and we could be a part of that. So, love to you all, and thank you so much for giving me this platform to tell everybody.
Nice hearing your voice again. Have a great night.
You too.
Bye-bye. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Bye. Oh, that was a really great way to end tonight's live. That made me so happy. Let me say thank you because we had a few super chats that I forgot to get to. That was such a nice. Thank you, Carla. I love that. Bernice, thank you so much for the super chat. Bernice says, Kempire, did you hear about the snow we were supposed to get the day before your show? Would you stop with the negativity? A real New Yorker, we don't worry. I'm just unsure about the others. It will be fine. And trust and believe whatever snow might be coming, ain't going to come. It's not going to affect our show. And don't forget, there's a live stream option. But Bernice, you'll be there and I'll be there. I don't care about no snowstorm. Okay? But it's okay. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay? But come Friday, it'll be all cleaned up and y'all be ready to party with me. But thank you, Bernice, for the super chat. We appreciate your support. Victor, thank you for another super chat. Victor says, the real important question, are you taking in new patients, Doc? Are you now flirting with the doctor? Omar that called in? Victor, how quickly you move on. Erica, thank you so much for becoming one of our new members of the channel. We appreciate you. Joyce, thank you so much for the super chat. Let me shimmy. Thank you, Joyce. Hey, Kempire, love this live tonight. I was kind of depressed this Valentine's Day, but I am good. Can't wait to see you next week. See, Joyce is going to come no matter what. I know you'll be there, Bernice, but Joyce is coming to the show too. Well, thank you, Bernice. I realized that, especially today when I went and ran appointments and, got my skin done and things like that. And I forgot because I don't remember last time I was like in the streets on Valentine's Day. It's probably been a while. And I saw a lot of couples and I thought to myself that we were doing this live tonight. I'm sure there are a lot of people that are in the world seeing all this and they're affected differently. Some people have lost loved ones or the partners, or they are wanting that, or they're in a bad situation and they're seeing these situations and they're envious, sad, whatever it may be. So I thought, let's talk about the good, the bad, the ugly of relationships and Valentine's Day and all that. And I love the way that Carla ended it. No matter what, enjoy the journey. It's hard sometimes when you're in the journey, but enjoy it. There are no mistakes. You can't make a mistake. It's all about learning from everything that you're going through. And you've probably learned a lot to this point. And the fact that you're here listening to me or watching me, we're all here together. All of our intentions are pure. We're not hate watching. We're all here to enjoy, have a good time, listen, learn, love, all of that. Let's put on a t-shirt. Listen, learn, love. There we go. Anyways, thank you to our King's Guards for staying up with us. Thank you to everyone that was so vulnerable and transparent and called in. I hope we were all able to help each other. Thank you to our subscribers. Thank you to our channel members. Thank you to everyone that's liked the video. If you're part of the replay crew, be sure to like the video as well and share your thoughts in the live chat. Stay tuned. Remember, next Friday, though, the Kempire After Dark live experience is returning to New York City. So I won't be here that night. I'll be in New York City, performing for our New Yorkers. But there is a live stream option. All that information is available in the description, along with Factor Meals discount, her Rose Forever partners as well. All of that's available in the description. Thank you all for being here. Everyone have a fantastic night. I'm going to go take a shower and go to bed. All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye, y'all.
Thanks for tuning in to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio podcast. As always, don't forget to give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. And for everything Kempire Radio, head on over to KempireRadio.com.